the camera equipment coming online.
Yeah.
Bean, I found those dice that I gave you that you forgot at my house. Your
Yeah,
blue
I
and
haven't
gold
fucking
one.
seen in years.
I have them though. I kept them safe and separate from my own dice so that I knew they were yours.
You finally found them.
Well, I had them. I just forgot where I put them. Like they were literally like not even in a stupid place. They were just on my desk, and I just didn't want to realize because I'm an idiot. I'm just that fucking stupid. But the blue and gold ones that you like.
Just to make it clear from last time, because this is meant to be a quick on-running thing, you guys don't have an inspiration point from last session.
Okay.
But I still have my portents.
I don't think I used mine from the session
If you
before.
didn't use yours last session, then you still have it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you're not getting a new one at the start of this session.
No, I still have my, just so you know, DM, I have my 18 portents and 1 inspiration.
It's gonna bite me in the ass.
Hey, I saved them. I could have used them, but I saved them because I'm smart.
At least you're down a fucking fireball.
Yeah, a fireball.
What about fireballs 2 through 10?
Yeah, that's a good point. You're only down 1 fireball. Give me 1 second.
There's
quite
other level 3
Sparks.
spells as well.
Shit, I realised I'm down 2 spell slots.
I have
I've
1
done
more.
2 rages.
Anyway, we're here. If you'd like to take the reins.
Yes, I am just doing final bits of prep. So, as you are all dusted away, seemingly to some kind of pass to stop the oncoming invasion of mud sprites that hasn't happened yet because you've gone to the past, you slowly rematerialize, seemingly straight up at the stage room. But curiously, there are no shows being played at the moment. And as you look around, as always, your friendly bartender is there, as well as 3 sprites seemingly just doing whatever sprites do, mostly dicking around and being a pain in the ass, by some chairs and tables.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just loving this music. I'm just like, sounds like an epic cowboy, man.
Crypt of Necrodancer remix is perfect. But yes, it's up to you what you guys do. The stage is, so to speak, yours.
Oh, I don't have to record this session.
I know, right?
Well, we were given an objective, but like no heads up on where to go or what to do. So I guess we're just
We can probably check in with Francine, I would say.
Yeah. Marie makes her way over to the bar. She's like, hey, darling.
Oh, look at that, some newcomers. Howdy, y'all.
How far back in the
Newcomer.
past did we go?
We've met you before, Francine. It's me, Talia, and Eldred and Marie, and Constantia's over there.
Yeah, I'm at the bar
Few
too.
of you speak, and I'm pretty sure I would have remembered ya if you were here before.
Yeah. Wait, have we gone so far back?
Constance is just gonna kind of like motion for Marie to X-nay on the I'm traveling Tay.
Okay.
I'm gonna lie, I forgot we were sent back in time. Because it's been a while.
The note taker forgot.
It's here right in my notes, and I'm
Yes.
dumb.
Tell us, you're Francine, right?
Yeah, that's my name. Can I get you a drink?
Not just yet. We are looking for someone.
What you looking for, my dear?
Oddly, the large chap that appears on stage and announces events. I see he seems to be absent at the moment.
He's called the MC.
Yeah, I do know him. He hasn't been seen around in these parts for hundreds and hundreds of years, though. That him on there is just normally a recording.
You know where he was last seen?
I believe it was near some ruins back when I last saw him, but well, not when I last saw him. But that was just the rumors. That was shortly after he vanished.
Tali, you were gonna say something?
No, it's, um, a weird question. If the MC were to, or if he ever had a home, perhaps if it's still around, or a place he stayed, or would visit often, is there a place like that still here? Sorry, I'm a bit jumbled.
I wouldn't know, I'm afraid. He just kind of popped in and out when it was right for him.
Who would know?
Probably only Sweeper.
Have you seen him about?
Not for a while.
Are there any places where no one dares go, or that is forbidden to go to?
Yeah,
Ooh,
pretty
good
much
question.
where people last rumored to see the MC. The old ruins.
Old ruins. Okay.
Yeah, it's near where these funny little creatures normally pop out for the first time.
Which one of the sprites did usually was showing us around? What was their name?
There's
Uh,
Pilot and two
Pilot?
others.
Pilot Mystic I wrote, and then there was one that I didn't have time to write.
Shit! What was one that was looking after the dogs?
there you go, there's Mysterio, and I don't think...
There you go.
This last one is new to you.
I just
My
looking for a
writing is
familiar one.
terrible.
Yeah, both Pilot and Mysterio are familiar to you.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Mystic
wave
is
over.
definitely how you spell Mysterio.
I'm gonna wave over to the pair and be like, Mysterio.
They just
Come
start
here.
snapping their fingers. Kind of surprised that you know their name, as all three start just wandering over.
I snap back.
Kind of taken by surprise that you guys can speak.
And Ty goes,
Could you?
We're new actors, right, Eldrin? We perform, and we're here to perform for you.
Right, and I do a minor illusion to make a little like blue flame appear in my hand. It jumps from hand to hand.
and I use a little minor illusion to make like different instruments appear and disappear, like small
That was
instruments.
supposed to be Marie, but shut up, I forgot to do the thing.
That's alright.
Constancia will just see you guys doing these things and just kind of sigh internally, and then we'll just like very dramatically do like a very like dancey flourish and end in like kind of a bow.
Yeah, but they seem they're putting their hands together while snapping, and they're just pulling out roses out of their masks and chucking them at you.
Ooh. And I lean over the group.
I think Francine mentioned before that they like to listen to the actors, and they do like performances and shows, and they help them with the shows. If maybe we like get them to tell us that if we tell them like it's a show that they need to take us to the ruins, they'll sort of listen and help us out.
Yes.
You know, you could probably just ask them. They're a rather nice bunch, most of them.
I was whispering.
Yeah. No. Like
Mm.
whispering in this campaign has never worked. We can be 40 feet away on the other side of the room, say I
Yeah.
whisper, and then someone's like, "Hey, by the way, I overheard your conversation."
I might be dead, but I got awful good hearing, y'all.
Yeah, I feel like I got pretty good hearing too.
But pretending
Anyway.
to be an actor is so fun.
It would certainly keep them more entertained.
We do have something we need to do at these rooms. Do you think you could lead us there?
I'm afraid I don't know the way, but
Not you, woman. I'm clearly
Hey, don't be
facing the
rude.
sprites.
Don't be mean to Francine, and just smacks Constancia's arm gently.
She's the one eavesdropping.
hey, I don't know
Eh.
who you're talking to because you didn't state. They kind of just
Yeah.
look at you and just they motion to come, but with the other hand, they're kind of just like holding it out in the middle, shaking it, like sort of.
Hmm. So the real skill of the actors in the under was trying to interpret whatever these boys were trying
Yeah.
to say.
Oh yeah.
You could probably
you
make
want us- You want us to follow you?
if you want to, you can make a perception check to see if you understand exactly what they mean.
I would like to make
I was
a
going to say, does
poster.
Talia have like understand all languages? Is that a spell?
That actually is a wizard thing that I can do with divination
Comprehend
and how
languages, yeah.
comprehend languages, and I can understand any language.
Does that
Oh,
include
my-
sign language?
Yeah.
My insight and perception are the same, so here, have a perception. Oh, not so good.
Oh, bloody hell. Alright. Sam? Honor face stares, what the fuck? Constancia stares, she doesn't really understand apart from the follow me. Same with Eldrin, he's just mesmerised by the snapping. Marie and Talia though, they can see that it means follow me, but I won't go all the way. They're nervous about it.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Eldrin like, ooh, ah.
I'm just too busy looking at the bar. I'm just like, ooh.
Like
Turn
something
around.
like,
What's that snapping?
like a cat with the little laser light, just.
I'm just sitting there going, sounds like fucking turtles. What the hell?
So Talia, to turn and go.
They said they're going to come with. They said they'll show us, but they won't go all the way.
Seems like they're kind of nervous about it, but
Well, we just met. I want them to lead us somewhere, not go on a date.
Yeah, but as Marie said, it looks like they're pretty scared.
yeah, maybe there's something dangerous to them over there, which is probably why we're going to need to go there.
Probably.
Yes. Why do we always have to go to the dangerous places?
'Cause that's our job. No one
Marie
else will.
kind of wraps an arm around Talia's waist, just like, don't worry, darling, I can protect y'all.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I really should get better armor, I think.
What armor do you have?
She's a wizard.
Leather.
Yeah.
She's wearing cloth.
No, I
Doesn't
got
provide-
leather.
Wait, you can wear leather armor?
Yeah, she's got the
I
same
have
armor
light-
as me.
I have light leather, just plain leather, with an AC of 11. Because it came with my tinker background, you get a proficiency
Oh, cool.
in light armor. So I can't use medium or heavy, but I can use light.
Yeah, you could.
I also love the fact that if I wore armor, my AC would lower because I'm a barbarian.
Yeah,
Like,
Oh. music suddenly got really
Because I know
sad.
there's mage armor, but like I think it's appropriate. But I know there's mage armor, but I don't want to waste. When I don't have that many spell slots, I'd rather just wear armor than waste a spell. So like when I'm at like, 5th or 6th level, I don't mind casting mage armor then because then I've got like lots of spells. But right now at 3rd level, I don't really have many options. So I'd rather not waste it.
Alright.
I'd love a ring with mage armor. Maybe that's what Talia can tinker on during her downtime. So maybe I'll make a ring with mage armor.
You've got so many tinkering projects, you poor little thing.
I know, and I never have any downtime, but that's just, it's alright. I'm happy for the adventure. I'd rather adventure.
Alright.
And
So, as you explain to your team what's going on, the two sprites start walking away, snapping while doing it, and looking back towards you, and like motioning.
Marie walks over, following them.
Yeah, I followed
I'm going
you.
to. Constantia's going to scoop up one of the roses they threw earlier and just bring it. Just have it.
Bye, Francine.
Bye,
See y'all,
all.
Francine.
Good luck on whatever adventure you're on.
Am I still injured?
Yes,
Just making sure.
your health and stuff hasn't changed from last time.
I still have 8 temporary hit points. Yay!
I've use one more spell.
Where did you get that from? From Morlin, right?
Yeah, Lauren gave it to me.
That would have probably worn out by now.
Cry softly in the corner.
Shouldn't have mentioned it.
Damn it. I'm a good player. I delete his. There you go. No more armor for me. Extra hit points, so sad. Just cry in a corner of defenselessness. Don't hit me, please. I'm weak, baby, please.
So
My AC is 13.
you go travelling across the desert sands for quite a while longer. You are going out further than you ever have. About 2 hours or so passes until you reach what seems to be just basically a huge wall with a small cave entrance in it. Slightly in front of it seems to be like a little podium. And the sprite pilot mentioned, like, points to it and then points to themselves.
Is that where y'all come?
Sorry.
I
We're
was gonna
supposed to
say,
be
can
saying
I-
just dark, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I do perception to get the rough meaning of what he's trying to say? I'm assuming I think I know what he's trying to say, but I just want to double check.
You can if you want, but it's simple enough, and Nathan got it on the dot.
So I was okay. That's what I thought as well, but I was just like,
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much on the dot. That's what he's mentioning. And
okay. I'll
they
just
then
leave it
go point to the cave and then just start shaking their hands.
Y'all don't want to go any further, huh?
They just start non-stop snapping.
And Marie just kind of nods and crouches down and just kind of like messes up their hair like you would a small child or a dog, and just
Do
kind
they
of
have hair?
No.
mime, like, does the motion of it. Like, doesn't matter that they don't have any like hair or anything. Y'all have been a real good help. Okay, thank y'all.
See you later. Sorry if we act weird, as always.
Thank you, little sprites. I made this for you, and then suddenly an ice, like a 5-foot ice sculpture, just appears of one of the sprites.
No.
On the they're like 2.5 feet tall. What do you mean on the sprite?
Oh, okay, maybe like a 10-inch ice sculpture of one of the sprites.
There you go. There you go.
As soon as you create this, very quickly it starts melting.
No.
But they seem really amused and just like wave goodbye.
Eat it quickly before it melts now.
As you enter this cave, and I can't wait for this,
Oh god.
it
Oh,
starts
fuck.
to get darker and could you put it on now, by the way, on a phone?
Yeah, I got you.
Do I have any spells I can cast?
Here's the thing. I have a spell.
Fireball.
I have a spell to do with darkness, but it's darkness. Like, hey,
Alright,
we're in
you'll-
this dark.
I know high elves can make balls of light, but I think mine's just I don't have that as a wood elf.
It might be a bit quiet. People may need to turn it up.
You eventually, in this cave, it seems, although it started off as a cave, it turned more into a corridor. And eventually it gets darker and darker, and oddly enough, you guys, despite most of you being proficient in night vision, still cannot see in it. So this is a very rare thing for a lot of you. As you eventually start to find some stairs and crawl down into it.
I'm gonna pull out a torch.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Can I use firebolt to light since it's a cantrip? If I just use a controlled,
Well-
like little tiny fire and just.
As Sam pulls out his torch, it immediately just snuffs out. Likewise with your firebolts.
Dang, that's when we need the candle from our game that lights that I gave you guys. It lights underwater. We just use control shape water around.
Yeah.
Ha! Get that candle now.
So you're about halfway down the stairs. It is now pretty much pitch black as you've turned a bend. Do you wish to continue, or what do you want to try and do?
So is it like magical darkness, or not even dark vision can see through it? I'm guessing.
It is magical darkness, not even dark vision can see through.
I don't like this. I don't. Wait, do I have a spell for this? Let me see if I have a
So we
spell
can't-
for this.
We can't see completely. We're just completely blinded.
You can see like roughly 5 feet ahead of you.
Marie is gonna reach into her bag and grab her 50 feet of hempen rope and just kind of say, "We should probably tie this to ourselves. Make sure none of us get dragged off.
Yeah,
Right.
that's probably safe.
I'll take the front. You take the back. These two in the middle. She says to Marie.
Of course. Who else is gonna go in the front or the back? Gotta make sure the squishy ones and the ones that are kind of defenseless can go in the middle.
Wow.
They're defenseless in the dark. You can see it, but Talia's like, that means me, doesn't it?
No, she's and just like Marie.
You
kind of
don't see it. It's just Talia has a like.
Marie kind of reaches out towards where she thinks Talia'd be and just like whispers, "Don't worry, I'm not talking about you."
I was like, no, I know.
Ta-
I'm not.
No, I'm
Talia
mostly talking
member.
about Eldrin.
Wow. Constantia leans in and whispers to Talia, "Don't worry. She really means me, but she's sparing my feelings."
I want to draw Talia. It's just like, no, don't hurt the baby. Tell the baby she's strong.
So, just so I've got this right, you guys have tied a rope and changed up your party order, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to be at the back, but not the last one. Someone's behind
You're
me.
third, and I'm.
Could I have you instead be second, behind me?
This corridor is 10 foot wide.
Oh, so two people can stand next to each
Yes.
other.
We could walk in a four square, but I just want you adjacent to me, and not 10 feet
Yeah.
away.
We could do like me and Constantia at the front, and then Talia can be adjacent to you with Marie adjacent as well, so we're all sort of adjacent to you.
Cool, I like
Yeah.
that.
It's like a square with me at back right, Constantia at back front left.
So,
Cool.
just to let you guys know, this next bit, there is a map drawn out, and I do know what's going on, but because of the pain in the arse that is revealing hidden areas and all that, I'm just not going to bother to it. Because you
Okay.
can see so little, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've got this in hand. So, as you guys start creeping further down the stairs, both Constantia and Eldrin taking the way, with Talia right behind Constantia, and Marie on the other side of Talia. You get to a bend, or what feels like a bend, and you see a slight glow in the distance of what looks to be a cat with a chef hat on.
Yes. This is all. Let's leave. We've got what we need. Just take the cat. Take it back. That's where we want it. Problem solved. The end is safe.
Does this cat look at all like PDT?
Oh
No.
yeah. Is it? That's but is it PDT or is it like a cat?
Is it like a black cat?
It's
Like a
like
tabaxi,
PDT
or-
in some
like a
ways, but also just most definitely isn't.
So,
Yeah.
like tabaxi? Are we thinking about so like cat humanoid or is it like a
Yeah, cat
cat?
humanoid like PDT is.
Okay.
Same race, not PDT. Okay, so
Good.
Hello?
I'll move you guys back a bit if you want. There you go.
back. What do you mean move us back
Oh,
a bit? We
yeah, we
can't see
can't see
literally
anything.
anything, so it doesn't matter where
I
you put us.
revealed some of the area.
Oh.
Oh,
I've just got to
okay.
scrub all the way down. Okay.
But yeah, as you look at this cat, it
Detect
seemingly
evil.
has a little chef hat on of all things, and is carrying a little lantern. And he's just seemingly trying to peer through the darkness, but it's barely breaking or scratching the surface of it.
Hello?
Oh, hi!
Howdy there.
Are you here to help me?
It depends on what you want help with.
I'm looking for my child.
Your child?
No!
Yeah, they came down here, they were a bit daft. They just wanted to play around, but they didn't know where this was.
I'm sorry.
How did you find yourself to be here?
I followed a huge list of clues. It's basically like a complicated game of hide and seek, but they keep leaving clues everywhere. It's really annoying. My bloody kid just needs to grow up.
I see.
And Talia's kind of like,
Yes. Yes, I'm sure your child's trying very hard to get to a state that you would be proud of them.
Sparks, can I roll insight to get a sense of this individual to see if I
Yes.
can sense any deception?
You can indeed.
Marie's kind of got a hand on Talia's shoulder very comfortingly.
Talia is not going to roll for insight because she just believes whatever she's told because that's the
Yeah.
poor way she's been
As
raised.
you look up and down this cat, she seems to be a little bit saddened and a little bit in a daze. She seems sincere and honest in what she is saying.
Despite being in a daze.
She's worried for a child.
Okay, that kind of.
Not that I'm under a spell, I'm gonna murder you all days.
Good. I don't like that kind of days.
Yeah, no, that day really sucks.
Very well. Have you explored this place at all?
I've never been down here, to be fair. We've always just been told ever since I was a kid not to come down here.
Wait, does that lantern help see through this darkness? Or do you perhaps have any spells that could see through darkness?
She kind of holds up the lantern and just motions to it, and like around it you just see a vague 5 foot by 5 foot area around her light up. It seems to be quite rubbish.
I doubt you have ever been told any stories of how to deal with this darkness or anything that might be down here, perhaps?
I've only been told that great evil was banished down here, and that they just left this lantern to light the way, but fat load of good it is.
May I see it?
Yeah, she hands it over.
I'm gonna say to it, don't panic. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pull out the cutlass because it glows gold to see if it lights up any of the area.
No, nothing lights up from your golden cutlass. It seemingly is just enveloped by the mysterious blackness.
Alright.
Shit,
The
I'll just
lamp.
put it away.
It is ignited.
It is ignited, yes.
Is there a dial I can like turn up or figure out some way to make it brighten?
There doesn't seem to be any kind of controls on it at all, no.
God, I can't believe that I'm gonna do this, but Marie kind of raises her hand and she's gonna cast Thaumaturgy, which like try and make the flame glow brighter for a minute.
It starts to glow brighter, but as it does, it seems the darkness around it suddenly grows thicker and starts enveloping any of the extra light that it brings.
Okay, that ain't working. Marie's kind of shaking her hands off as if like trying to get rid of the magic she just cast.
Wait, did you just cast a spell?
Yeah, it's her tiefling thing.
That was an out of character question, sorry.
Yeah, because she's a tiefling. So
Okay.
she has Thaumaturgy, Hellish Rebuke, and Darkness.
Gotcha.
Did you get something else at at 6th level, I think? You might get another one.
That was really good, Marie.
Oh, thanks.
Especially for your first time. Oh, well, first time using that spell, I guess. I suppose you used it before, didn't you? Never mind.
Yeah, not really that good for
Well, sometime we could sit down and you could practice with Eldrin and I.
I'm sure I'll be able to manage that.
What do you think, Eldrin?
I'm keen to learn as well.
So, experimenting with the
Group,
lantern
Yay!
towards the darkness. Constance will kind of turn to the others and say, I believe the darkness in here is active and malicious. I think it's reacting and thickening to our presence. If this lantern was supposed to light the way, I believe it's doing all it can just to stave off what it is.
Okay.
Oh shit,
Such-
Constantia, nice one.
Such things in here are likely accompanied by, or likely put in place by great evil, so we should be very careful.
that MC motherfucker is behind this, I'm gonna beat him to a pulp.
Sorry.
I remember him.
I just love it. I'm gonna beat him.
You do? You do?
Well, I only saw him once or twice before I left here when I was a kitten.
What do you know about him?
Nothing much. He just stood on stage, announced stuff, and that was it.
Okay.
Well, we won't find anything out here standing in the causeway. We should pick a path.
Well, my youngin...
She'll hold the lantern up towards the 3 paths. Did you see which way he went?
Well, I would kind of like my lantern back if you don't mind. And before he left, he did just give me a bunch of clues and riddles that I followed to get this far, so
What?
Yeah.
you can
Good
try
What's
and
the
help me
next?
solve them, I guess.
I can try.
Oh, I'm good at these.
I'm not.
The first one was, what is the eye to the soul?
Window.
Window.
The
Could be
heart?
window or the eye, as in the actual eyeball.
It could be
Upon-
some. It's like, go on.
Upon saying your answer, she just kind of shrugs like it doesn't mean anything to me.
What is the eye to the soul?
The
It-
heart?
Yeah, it could be the heart.
Also, out of character and all that, remember, she does not know the answers to these riddles either.
Yeah.
So you might get the right answer, but she won't react any differently.
And yeah, I'm trying to urge folks to Constantia's like, we need to. We're not going to find any answers standing here in this breezeway. We need to.
Yes.
But what if the paths, the 3 traps, or the 3 paths around us are trapped, and the riddles are so that we could make it through without encountering these?
Well, unless I see something other than 4 walls and darkness, I don't see any indication of any
DM,
sort of.
could
Is there
I
a
do some sort of
breeze?
check potentially to see if the riddle has any, like a perception check or something, to see if there's any other paths indicate something that could be a connection to the answer of the riddle?
It's a
Also-
stretch, but I will let anyone roll a history check to see, like, as you look around the room to see if there's anything that says anything.
Yay, I'm proficient in history.
Yeah, I've like +5.
Oh no! No, it's like when Talia gets a nat 20 for strength.
Also, is there a breeze or any heat coming from one of the ways?
The
We can
only
identify
breeze you're
anything
feeling is
different.
back the way you came.
Okay, so it's not
my
like
God.
heat or anything coming from one.
So Marie, as
Marie is suddenly a genius.
Marie starts looking around the walls and stuff just for any kind of inscription, and from what she can gather from it, it's just loose edges and what's left. But it does seem to be like this is some kind of burial or altar to the MC that was built hundreds of millenniums ago.
Yeah.
And you also see, like, etched on the wall just a N, W, E, and S.
Wait, on which walls are these engraved on?
It's all just etched in the hallway here.
What was it? N?
W, E, and S.
North, south.
East and west. East and west.
East and west.
Also on the wall is
Oh,
etched the question, or basically the riddle, which is, what
We
is
have
the
to go
eye to the
east.
soul?
What is the art to the soul?
We gotta go east. Or it's east or west. It depends on if
Wait.
the answer is eye or window.
What is
W
the
for
art?
west, E for east.
What is the art to the soul? So it'd be window, right?
Uh,
'Cause
hopefully, yes, because it already says eye, so that'd be.
yeah, 'cause it would be kind of stupid. What's the eye to the soul? The eye?
Yeah,
That sounds kind of dumb to me. I don't know though. I'm not exactly the brightest one in the group.
No, I think you're very much right. I think we should go west.
Right. To the west.
The only
Crap.
letter.
I would look out for traps though, just in case.
Give
Oh.
me 1 split second, please.
I was going to say
Can
the
we
only
do a
letter
check
we've
for
used
traps?
is north.
You can roll a perception for traps, yes?
Whoop whoop. 21.
Constantia, did you give the lantern back to the poor cat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming she's coming with us.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
As you guys start walking to the west, she leads the way with her little lamp. And you seem to walk for quite a while, and from what the lamp lights up, nothing really changes until eventually you hit another small room, much like the last one, with corridors
Okay.
going off in each direction.
By the way, Sparks, I'm loving this puzzle.
Where?
Same.
And I
anything lit up?
kind of want to steal it because it's really clever.
Is anything lit up at the moment?
No, nothing is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. I was just scrolling out to.
Yeah, so was
see-
I. I was like, I don't know where we are.
So
If I use minor illusion to make a magical light, does that?
it
We've-
would not.
Yeah, we have practiced and thoroughly tested that all sources of
Because
light.
I hadn't tried a
illusion give
magical
off
light.
light?
We tried like torches and stuff. We hadn't tried a magical light.
Torches, a fireball, whatever
Does
Marie
illusion
did.
give off light though?
What's that?
Marie
Does
did a
illusion give off
thaumaturgy.
light? Because I know with minor illusion, I think you can choose like sound or image and stuff like that. But can you choose
Yeah, it
light
does.
that have a source?
So
Yeah, imagery. The image can. Oh, it can't create a light. I am dumb.
so
You
how
can't
how
do
that how that usually works, just Sam, is
Yes.
you can, if you know what the room looks like, you can create the illusion of light.
Yes.
But if there is a creature beyond the darkness, it would not reveal it unless you knew about it.
And also, if anything changed in the room from when last you was there, you'd cast light
Right.
and something wouldn't be there.
Kind of fuck you.
Terrible, but I just realized I was just looking at the description and I thought I could do light as well, but you can't.
Anyway,
You eventually reach this other small room, and it lights up. It's very similar to the last one. It goes, I guess we're in the next spot.
Where is this room?
It's not lit up at all for you guys,
Oh, okay.
because it takes a lot of effort to hide and reveal and all that. Just
Did
head
I
back
That's
in.
why I just used the
I can
the
show
one
you
that just
shortcuts.
drag over. You just drag over and it reveals.
Yeah, I know, but then I'm gonna have to be doing it every 5 seconds for this whole puzzle, and it's gonna be really annoying for me.
Oh, okay. I just thought you could leave it revealed. If it would be
Did-
easier, but it's up to you.
Nah, you guys are meant to be disorientated in this.
Okay.
did I get it right?
Well, we haven't died, so.
Check the walls for more inscriptions.
All right.
I feel around the walls for any inscriptions in the dark.
You do have a bit of light from
Yeah,
the cat's
we
lantern.
still have a little bit of light,
Yeah,
but
so, yeah, you do find some more inscriptions.
And
What-
what do these ones say?
Roll a history.
Oh, is it in a language we can? Is it in another language?
It's basically hieroglyphics. You're just trying to get the gist
Oh.
of it.
Should we all do a history or?
Yeah?
Do you comprehend language yet?
Shit. It looks like words.
Sure.
Talia,
it
this is
have to-
Talia's whole thing. Like she's been studying how to learn about other cultures and languages, and she's
Marie
failing.
got the highest. I'm sorry.
You guys try and work it out, but it just doesn't make sense. A
Is it
cat,
happening
cat kind of
I
pipes up.
can.
If we went the next way, I guess we could just follow the next clue she gave me.
Yeah, what is the next clue?
What's the next clue?
I can understand.
Threads get pulled through the eye of what?
Needle.
Yeah.
Oh, then. Turns towards the north.
Why have all of these got to do with eyes?
Sparky Spoo, the next time I come across stuff, I want to use comprehend language because it's a first level spell. It means I can read.
You guys start walking up, feeling your way, and eventually you hit another room much like the previous two. I guess we're doing something right.
What's the
So
next
how long
one?
does it take us to get to different rooms? Is it like a couple of minutes, like, or is it hours, or?
It's probably about 5-minute walk each time, just because,
Guess we
and
can
most of
take it
that's because you're
slow.
just walking through the darkness, trying not to trip.
This is probably, I shouldn't probably waste it, but if I fail my next history check, I would like to then cast comprehend languages to
Oh, does that do
understand.
written?
That's a first level divination, so it's Talia's specialty, so I can do it longer.
It does seem though that the cat has the solution to every room if we do them in order. As long as we don't take the wrong turn. Seems the history might be more just to check our work.
Meh, but it's still fun. Like, I still want to do it.
Okay.
Talia's just like, I like
So you
riddles.
eventually reach another small
my-
room,
It's divination. It's literally my thing.
much like the other two.
I look around to read the next
What's-
inscription.
As you guys go to mark around the wall, unfortunately, as you find where you think it would be, it seems to be like chipped away and faded beyond the point of being legible.
Does anyone
Y'all-
have mending?
Y'all said you got the riddles, right? Cat lady?
Yeah, she gave me the riddles before she went on a stupid hide and seek adventure.
What's the third
So
riddle?
what's the next riddle?
Boo.
What beast has the sharpest eyeball? No, sharpest eye even. This kid's writing. I try and train her well.
Talia cries, her usefulness gone.
An eagle?
Yeah, I was gonna say beholder, but there's no B in.
I'm gonna say hawk, but yeah, there's no H.
Yeah, maybe eagle. Weird things. Would I be able to do a history check, or probably it would be history check or some kind of check, DM, to sort of think back to my studies and to like not know if the answer is correct, but if we're in the right track at least. Does that make sense? Like a hint almost.
I would say no, just because this is pretty unfamiliar territory to you, and nothing in your previous studies would really relate to that.
Fair enough. I just want to check.
I
Just want to be
mean,
useful.
y'all are saying eagle, but my brain immediately went to wolf, and I might just be me, or that might be an alternative answer.
I think
wolves known
Elgin
for
might
their
be right
smell?
with. It might be right for eagle because it's the sharpest eye, and eagles are known for having very sharp eyesight. Wolves
Good
are more
point.
known for having sharp claws.
And teeth.
Are they?
And ears.
And noses.
Hmm.
I would also say owl would suit the description, but there's no O.
Talia just pats Elgin in the darkness.
It's okay, buddy.
Talia is a mind reader.
We could have brung them back as bloodhounds. They could have, shown us the way.
No, I'm just assuming he's sad. If he's like just like sad and then she doesn't know what's wrong. She's just going, "It's okay. We'll get through this maze."
I don't like mazes.
I don't like mazes, darling.
Why
Well,
is
we all-
everyone picking up my accent?
We're all just turning southern, darling. Real weird. It's a
no,
curse
I've
of this place. It just making us southern.
I've been
Pathway
watching a
to
lot
the
of
east
Justified.
seems to be the way forward.
East.
I would like to look for traps as we go into the next room, just
Roll
in
a
case
perception.
we're wrong. Just in case we're wrong. My passive perception is 15, by the way.
Okay.
You normally just hug one of
Start
the walls.
walking down the pathway. It takes about another 5 minutes till you reach yet another room, seemingly exact same as the other three. The
Right.
cat
You
just
hope
kind of
Sparks.
at this shrugs and looks a bit
Spark.
confused. Yes?
I do hope we're going the right way.
I would like to memorize the order of rooms, so if I needed to, I could reverse them. But I want my character to do it, so I don't have to keep up with it. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I do have this all mapped out, so I know what's going on.
It was.
Yeah.
I know the first one was west,
West, north, east.
northeast. Yeah. I am marking it down as well. just in case.
So, so what's the clue for this one, if you have it?
She kind of just looks around, seemingly trying to. This eye curses you with misfortune.
This eye curses you with misfortune.
That doesn't sound like a riddle.
You
Perhaps
guys
it's more
can
of a
also
hint.
check the room if you so wish.
Yeah, I was just took RPing, and then I was gonna ask if I could check the walls to see if it matches the. Because what I wanted to do is check if the clue matches the wall, so I know if we're going in the right direction or not.
I mean,
Was it perception or history to check the walls?
History.
History.
Yep.
Finally!
Anyone else wish to, or are you guys okay with Megan's roll? It passes.
I'm good.
I'm no matter what I roll, I'm gonna roll lower than Megan. Like,
I'm
even
gonna.
if I roll
Please
a
roll
nat
higher
20,
than me.
it's gonna be.
Please roll
Even if
higher. Please
even if I
roll
roll
higher
a
than
nat
me. I would love that.
Even
I
if I
would
roll a
love
nat
that.
20, it's going to become a 19. So,
This is true.
You look around, scaping the walls. Luckily, you manage to find it as the cat lights it up. And from what you can tell, it reads, "Whose eye matters to a witch's brew?"
Newt. Is it Newt?
Fun fact: Newt's eyes are actually mustard seeds. It was an old way of writing spells back then, because Newt's eye used to be another name for mustard seeds. I know this is
Huh.
completely
What's
unrelated,
a
but
mustard
still.
seed?
It's
yeah, what's a mustard?
oh, it's a plant from our world, but we can turn it into a condiment. I don't particularly like it, but my father does.
Oh, so like sheep splatter.
Sort of. Have you ever heard of mayonnaise?
Yeah,
We-
mayonnaise is delicious.
Oh,
It's
we
like that,
just,
but kind of spicy.
Constance is just smirking. That's it. That just went over everyone's head.
I was just sitting there thinking, we just season
I-
things. What the fuck are you adding on top?
I
Elton,
didn't
you've
hear
got to
what
try
you
the
said.
food in our world.
Wait, what
She-
did Constance say?
She made a joke that it's a herb that can be turned into a condom.
Oh,
Oh. So you say that, but there's actually, because I had to do a research on this one. There actually is a plant nickname that's called sheep's bladder or sheep something, and I thought you were talking about that.
yeah, when you said like sheep splatter,
And
was
I
thinking
would
of-
love that Talia would think that's what Constantia meant.
Do you guys all mind just rolling a perception?
Sure.
This is just a check to see how well you remember your way back in this pitch black.
Hey, I've been Talia has
What-
a
what-
research journal out. She has been noting things down.
That's alright, Megan. You would have been immune to it since you're writing it down in
Woo.
character.
Yes, because that's
Yeah.
Talia's
So-
thing. She writes down like everything.
So when I asked if I could memorize in character our path, this is overwriting that, or
This would be, yeah. Well, it wouldn't be overriding that. I never gave a definitive answer because I was still working it out in my own head.
okay.
When I said yes to that, whatever, I was more saying, yeah, I know exactly where you guys are going. I won't forget.
Well, I mean, I didn't care if you. I know the GM knows. I wanted my character
The
to
amount
remember.
of times I wing shit, you should be surprised I have a map for this. But
But,
yeah, you guys as a party, due to, well, both Megan and Eldrin's memory and Talia's note-taking, definitely can find your way back. So what do you guys wish to do with that answer that you got, which was,
Could you repeat the clue again, just so I can double?
whose
Yeah.
eye matters to a witch's brew?
North Newt.
North it is, I guess.
And I would like to check for traps again.
I don't know what witches put in their brews. All I know is I don't drink them.
I mean,
Unless
you
they're
drink
brewed
health
of, like-
potions.
Unless they're alcohol or... Oh god. Health potions are witches' brews. Ugh.
Maria
Oh,
has a
no.
life crisis.
No,
Health
no.
po-
Many
potions.
many potions have been crafted by alchemists, which tend to be stodgy old men
Yeah.
with balding pates and no pointy hats.
I don't like balding old men.
like, I make
You
potions.
don't like. What do you mean you
Says
don't like balding old men? They're okay.
that
Not the
I
ones
make
that
potion
know.
says
Except the
the
sleeper.
one wearing a giant a witch's hat.
Yes, but I'm not a balding old man, am I?
Yeah.
Takes a hat off, it's just a bald spot.
Oh no!
That's what it's covering up.
No, don't joke. Don't joke. Don't joke.
Uh,
Off limits.
You
And
eventually.
in my downtime, I can make potions because I have an alchemist kit, and I always forget.
We have downtime.
After a bit more trundling through the darkness and some joking about, you reach yet another room similar to all the others you've been to.
And oh, I forgot to roll my perception. There you go. Nat 20.
You look
I
through,
see
you
all.
ponder to yourself, there hasn't been any traps on the floor so far, and there probably aren't that many, if any, up above ahead.
It's more just making sure I'm getting through and like that, because like I'm assuming if we go the wrong way, either we get lost or there's going to be traps or anything.
alright.
So that's why I'm being cautious.
Yeah.
When you eventually reach this room, the cat just kind of goes, "Oh, why was my last one wrong?" She kind of looks confused and just goes, "I don't trust myself. Just check the wall."
okay.
Either
What
we're
riddle?
wrong, or your child may have been going the wrong way.
What riddle would you have said?
Back there, I said, "This eye curses you with misfortune."
What
I
answer
mean-
would that be?
I mean, technically, it was the other clue was still about eyes,
Nope.
and what
They've all
Everything's
been.
been around eyes.
So now I'm out of character. I'm wondering if this is the way, like if following the walls takes you deeper into the thing towards our objective, or if following her clues might take her to where her kid is, but then would potentially get us hopelessly lost forever.
But the thing is, like, we don't know what that that clue it didn't, at least for me, I wasn't quite sure if that was a riddle. That sounded more like
Witches can curse
warning.
you with misfortune.
yeah, that sounded more like a warning than a riddle, but I might have been wrong.
Mm.
I wanted
I
to do it.
didn't-
That's what I wanted to check,
I don't-
but apparently I do not have that knowledge. So
I don't know what the answer to that would even be. So
Well, I was
yeah,
just
that's
gonna
why I
guess
wanted
witch,
to check, but
because like
Hail.
witches can curse you with misfortune.
Talia's not knowledgeable in that, so she can't.
anyway, we're here now, so might as well
Let's
check the
keep
walls.
going.
Check
Check
the
the
rules,
walls,
roll your
check-
histories. Hopefully, by the way, this will cover me for my history checks for the next 15 sessions.
Marie
Yeah.
knows jack shit.
History.
Marie
Yeah?
had that one moment of being smart and figured out.
Holy shit. So,
Don't think of it as your character is smart and then dumb and then smart. Think of it more as you happen
Yeah.
to check over here and use like, oh hey, look at this, and you.
Yeah, I know, I'm joking.
it's a mix of luck. As Eldrin checks the wall, he notices some little notches in it. 7 of them in total, and it seems 5 of them have been crossed off. And below it is the question, this eye curses you with misfortune.
What about the notches?
There are 7 notches, and 5 of them seem to be, like, crossed out.
And then it
2 out
says,
of
yeah,
5.
this eye curses you with misfortune.
2 out of 7. What does that have to do with anything?
4 out of
Perhaps-
7 have been crossed out.
Okay, so not 5.
Perhaps there is 7 rooms we have to go through to get to the end.
And if like Sparks, did you say that this one says now that the eye will curse you?
There you go. This eye curses you with misfortune.
So we're on the right track then.
Maybe.
You hear
moving
that?
Oh no, there's something in the
distance.
darkness.
Shit.
I don't think we're alone down here. Maybe it's Ogne.
I don't know who's around. I'm actually gonna roll a dice for it. Everyone pick a number. Because I'm gonna assume she can't see very well. Out of 4.
Cool.
I'll pick 3. I'm guessing I'm rolling for the cat.
Yes. Where's my 1d4?
And that leaves Eldrin with 2.
Yes.
Are you just gonna wildly attack something?
No, I'm gonna roll, and I want to use my physical dice because I never get a chance to use my physical dice.
I just imagine the Gandalf thing. We just sit down and go, I can't remember the way.
You can't see the cat though. She is carrying a light.
I rolled. I actually rolled real dice. I don't know if you heard that. Just drop it
Yeah.
again so you can hear that. So in the dark and like time, we're like, there's something down here. Talia, based on the numbers, goes and grabs onto Eldrin's arm. Cause she got it too. She goes and she wraps it like around Eldrin's arm and goes,
We're gonna be okay, right?
Yes, we are. We are going to be fine. And if not, we are all here around you.
Right? I'd rather. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, I was being trained for expeditions,
It's
like
probably
this?
Just, it's
and
probably
I'm
just
not
a
afraid
kid.
of what's in the dark.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure
just
that
my
loud
kid.
scraping sound was just your child.
There
Just
are
my kid. Just my kid. Just my kid. She's
heavy
safe.
footfalls that come from the corner of the room towards you, Megan. And Constancia emerges from the dark. She says, though malicious the dark cannot hurt you. Keep your wits about you. Don't let it spook you.
I'm not spooked. Not at all.
just she says, clinging tightly onto Eldrin's arm. Poor Marie's like, damn it, why did the number land on me?
Yeah, Marie's just kind of got her arms crossed, and you can kind of hear a slight huff, but you don't know what it's about.
What was that huff? What's there?
There's nothing. It's just.
I'm
really
telling you.
dumb.
Talia's like the child that's like the child is being toy is being passed around. It's my turn for Talia.
The toy? Jeez, girl.
But no, it's
Anyway.
3 kids who are like, I want to play with Talia.
So,
I'm
I don't
just
know the
joking.
answer
I'm
to
not
this
being
puzzle.
serious, obviously.
This eye curses you with misfortune.
yeah, I got nothing out of character, so.
The only thing I can
Out
guess
of
is
character,
witch.
I've got nothing either.
I mean,
I know witches can curse you.
Yeah, that could be it.
there's always the evil eye. Like, that's a thing.
That is
Hmm.
true. It's either east or west again. We could split up, but that's probably a really bad idea.
Yeah, we're not splitting up.
Just
Because
tie
I
them
could
up.
use message to contact the other side, but
Have we met the kitten before?
No.
No.
No,
I was
as
just
far as we
double-checking,
know.
because I know you can message someone that you know.
yeah. But yeah, I think you have to know them.
Right.
They have to be like
Well,
a
that-
friend or something. Because message is
can,
it's someone you're very familiar with. it
You
says.
need to know their general direction. Like, you think of, like, pointing to the north, and then, like, you know your friends to the north, you can message them within range.
Barks, is there any way we could get a hint? Maybe
I am going. You could try and role play for once, see if something turns up. But you guys seem to be on an okay track, so
I
I'm
mean-
just gonna
real-
throw one out at you.
No, we don't want the answer. We just want to know if the west or east is the right idea, like witches or
So-
evil
Which-
eye.
We
Which
just
direction we
came. We just came from, like, we went north, didn't we? Because it was
Yeah.
new.
We went
So,
east, northeast, and I think north again.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
north
that.
again.
I
That
think
means-
Evil Eye sounds better than Witches. if I'm
Yeah,
being
Evil
honest.
Eye.
Megan,
West, north. Yeah.
you went east, north. No, you went west.
We
north,
went
east,
west.
north.
Yeah, I've got it written here. I did say I thought
I
maybe
got
it didn't come
confused,
out.
that's why, don't worry. I thought you said it wrong. I was like, wait a minute.
It's west, north, east, north, and
Yep.
then that's what we want to. Because I actually am writing it down in front of me. So. Which is one of the reasons why I'm a great Vitalius knows so much. Cause I don't know. I'm really like I said. I think Vitalius like as much as I'm scared, it might be best to split into two groups.
No,
Good question.
No, that ain't happening, darling.
Question, Constancia?
No, she was saying
She said-
that's out of the question.
Oh, I just thought question. I heard question. I was like, yeah.
We could try shouting for the kitten, see if we get a response from one of the directions.
Oh,
No,
what?
'cause-
I forgot. How rude. Oh, we didn't even ask your name, ma'am.
Oh, right. That's the thing.
How rude of us.
And I would love to give you a name, but give me 1 second. My Roll20 decided to reset that token completely.
I feel you, man.
Yeah, my name's Fonda.
Fonda. How do I spell it?
Fonda.
Fonda.
And what's your child's name? You said she, so I'm assuming it's a girl.
Her name is Agne.
Agni. I'm assuming AGA.
Fonda
That
Ugly? I
is-
feel like this is a joke.
An unfortunate name for a child.
There you go. There is Fonda for you in your right hand side.
Where in notes?
Yes, it was in your notes.
Oh
under the
no, you
cats
have a
folder.
deceased section.
Well, to be fair, Sayora was meant to be in there. Now it's
Cats, yes, I have a cats folder.
Willy Wonka should
Not
be in
only
there
gonna
Wait, I
kill
don't
off her
have a
sister,
cat
but gonna
folder.
like let her remember it forever.
Yeah, just there's your sister.
Make sure you can't forget. By the way, your sister's dead. Ha!
I love how Dragoon is
Um,
under the cats section.
Well,
Let's go east.
too. Basically,
Dragoon's a
cat.
furry, that's fine.
I love the fact that that my idea is doing well.
So, you guys
East.
have come up with, what was it? Evil or witch, right? Was it?
Mhm.
Evil eye or
Why?
and we're very unsure which way to go.
Yeah.
I think we should split up, but no one wants to split up, so.
So, do you want to go with evil eye or what was it ever the other one was?
I like east.
Witches.
I think
West.
east,
Yeah,
personally.
I say east.
Alright.
I still can't. A part of me thinks maybe west, but
I'm guessing you're rolling perception?
yeah, because I don't think either one of
You
them.
guys
is right.
start walking down, and eventually you reach another room,
Yeah.
much like all of the others.
So what's the clue for this one? If we check the walls, perhaps if they don't match, we'll know to go back.
The one that she gave me was, this eye brings a temporary calm.
And I wish to do a history check to check the walls.
As you
for
feel
that.
around on the walls, you eventually find the hieroglyphics again, and since you're kind of looking for it, you notice now that those notches are also here, saying, but this time with the sixth one crossed out.
I
And
think
the
we're going
question
the right
is
way.
the same.
Whew, we went for the right way. Okay.
I have no idea what these notches are supposed to represent. I
I'm
don't really do
assuming
puzzles.
it's the little cat. She's marking her way. I'm assuming as she goes across.
Or it could be, because this place is millennia old. This is an old altar / temple place to the MC.
Wait a minute.
Maybe it's what?
I know
Perhaps,
what the
yeah, you're
notches
right.
mean.
Ways for people to know how to get around the old.
Yeah, this place is dark, so maybe it's been dark for a long time, and this was how people used to get around, making sure they could get to the MC.
I
I
always
don't
said
know,
that this place was forbidden, so I would imagine it get very little foot traffic.
It
Yeah,
depends. Perhaps it was only forbidden to a specific few.
Or maybe it was forbidden not that
DM.
long ago,
Yes?
like.
Do the notches look like they were carved in as hieroglyphics, or they look like they were added in by like?
Like I said, I
later,
think
They
it,
look like
separately, or-
hieroglyphics.
Okay.
because I thought it was from the little kid, but if they
And
don't look like
Also, this
new
darkness is
ones.
getting to you guys. No one said that this place was forbidden. They just said that people didn't like this place.
You did
Not-
say you. I expressly
say that
remember
it
the words "forbidden" at the bar.
And
Yeah.
Alright.
Fonda said it was forbidden.
Well-
that's what he as a kid has never been here because it was forbidden.
Alright.
Yeah.
In terms of when she was a kitten and it was that's out of character. That was just from her mum not liking this place. There is
okay.
the only law in this place that you guys know of is the writer. And do you really think she can be bothered to forbid some kind of place?
Mm.
The answer
Alright.
is probably not, but yes. So
I
it seems to be
reckon
mostly superstition.
So
Um,
what's the clue?
The clue is this eye brings a temporary calm.
Eye brings a temporary calm.
The sea? Like a calm sea or a calm sky?
Sky? Like,
Yeah, S. The sky. I was S for sea or S for sky.
It could be like the eye of
Yeah.
a hurricane or a storm.
Yeah, the eye of a storm is definitely the calmest bit.
It's a temporary calm.
How many notches were crossed out?
6 out of
6.
7.
I'm guessing the notches are how many questions we should have gone through the right way for how many are left.
I was
Yeah.
thinking they lined up to the rooms, but
1,
we went from
3,
4
4,
to.
5. Yeah, we're currently in the 6th room and we've been through 5.
No, but like, I reckon there could have been like a right way to go. We might have been going like wrong before, but there still might be like 30 questions in total. We might
Well,
like, skip
if
one,
it's
two,
if
three,
it's
and
about
jump
going in the
4.
right direction, like I said, this is the 6th room and it is 6 notches. So
Yeah, so one
Well,
of the room
We
might have
we
notches
missed
ahead
one
of us.
somewhere.
well,
Like-
we just went through 5 rooms. We're in the 6th room.
I thought
'Cause I've
I
been
thought the
marking
last
down-
room had. I thought
We
the
went-
last room had 4 notches, and then we missed 5 somewhere, and now we're in 6.
Perhaps we just were lucky and went. His box is probably we probably were lucky and just chose
No.
to get back in the right one.
The
Maybe.
notches have been following you correctly. You are on the 6th notch is currently crossed out of 7 of them.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
Oh, we're right now.
well, we just came from the east, right? Like, no, we just came from the west. We just went east. So, that rules out going west because we go back the way we came. So,
I think south might be our best bet, unless anyone else has a different idea or interpretation.
It's my best bet or my best idea.
I don't know. Temporary calm. I got nothing.
Eye of the storm sounds appropriate.
I think it's S. Because y'all seem to be pretty. The only answers I've heard from y'all are to do with S, so.
Yeah,
Plus, we haven't
that's all
gone.
I can think of.
Plus, we haven't gone south, so I'm guessing that, like. We haven't gone south yet. Maybe that's a thing.
Well, if the notches aren't in there and the clue doesn't match up, then we know that it's incorrect.
So you guys
Well.
wish to head south?
Seems
Yes.
that way.
You start walking down again. Nothing. I'm waiting for the perception check, but yeah, you walk down. Nothing really happens until you eventually reach yet another little square.
Oh, do you want me to do a perception check?
No, you don't have to. Like I said, there's nothing for you to worry about. I think we're at another one.
So, Fonda, what does your clue for this one say?
Is this,
And then we'll check the walls.
is this the last one I've got, though?
Perhaps it's the last room.
She kind of just like, Agne, you here? You just nothing but echoes come back. The last one was roll a 1 on a 6-sided die, roll another and get the same. Take them both together and what's their name?
South again.
Now, you guys. Know that? Because my brother taught me about gambling one time.
And technically, we were gambling in the arena.
Alright.
Talia didn't steal anyone's money. She
As-
totally didn't win like 5 times in a row.
As you guys start walking forward, it seems to be even longer this time. You have been walking for about double the time, 10 minutes now, and eventually, well, Fonda, the poor cat, nearly trips up what seemed to be a set of stairs. And you see a slight light coming from up above.
Fonda, I hold on to Fonda so she doesn't run off ahead, in case it's not what we think it is.
Fonda, we might be getting there, but stay close by, alright? We don't know what dangers are here.
But she could be right fine. I just want to see her again.
Trust me, I understand. The dark is making me a bit nervous. Not scared, but I understand if you're scared. But we're here, and we won't leave until we find her.
Going to take the lead at the stairs.
Alright.
I will follow second.
And with that, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break. Because I need the loo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chill here. Everyone just chill with me.
Sup?
Sup?
Just muted it for your privacy. And we are back.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
I'm
I
going
was
to
about
quickly
to
use
say
the rest of this 5 minutes.
Okay.
Everything happened in 10 seconds, and there's fire, and somebody's dying. It's terrible. You guys missed out so much.
Yeah, man, it's all gone to shit. It's
Yep.
that one Community gif where Donald Glover just walks back in the room.
Yeah.
Everything's on fire.
When he comes back in with a pizza, it's just like someone's been shot,
I-
someo's dead.
I feel
someone's on
that
fire.
that's what happens every time someone is like not available for a session and they just come back. That's the reaction
Yeah.
every time. It's just like, what happened? Why is there fire?
I'm back
everywhere?
in 30 seconds.
Alright.
That's still my favorite clip from Community. It's just a fire.
I need to start getting into Community, but like I tried getting into it, and then the Netflix I was using got cancelled. So
Also, you can join my Probably not. I think we got all the accounts on it because everyone has their own one on ours.
oof.
I'm on my like
Oof.
7th rewatch of Community. It's really sad.
I can't. I stopped at, I think it's the the season 6 or season 7, because it just gets like
I'm
it
sorry,
goes
what?
from this season 6 or season 7, I think
There's
it
only
is.
6 seasons.
Then it's season 6. Then I can't remember. I know it's like the final season, and I couldn't remember if it was. But I think when it like it changes, it's for me like it goes from really jovial to like a bit sad, and for me personally, and I'm like no.
Honestly, the main thing I know about Community, Troy and Abed are gay.
Troy and Abed in the morning.
It's never confirmed. They're not.
Yeah, it's never confirmed, and it's like very.
And they're technically not a couple or anything. They're just really close friends. But everyone thinks they're gay, and they act like a gay couple anyway. So I'm for it.
Ha!
I wish they were a couple,
Gay.
man.
It's like I think that
Oh yes, it comes from that as well.
I still think that talking about like
Sparks, could you
Mhm.
shift click us all to where we are on the map?
Oh yeah. I was gonna
Thank
say
you
talk
for the
like
reminder.
people who think like they're gay couples. I was talking to someone who was like, oh yeah, they really think that Finn and Poe from Star Wars are a gay couple. And I was like, that'd be great if it was.
They are.
Like,
They actually
no,
had a
but-
kiss at Disney Cup.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh shit.
But there was one that I don't mind it, but everyone's like, oh, Elsa in the new Frozen, she like kisses and is in love with this girl, but she never does. There's like no relationship thing there. And I'm like, well, it'd be nice if it was there, but it's not. So you can't say that it is. Like as cool as it would be, that's just I wish they made it official. That would be cool, but
Alrighty, is everybody ready?
No,
yeah, I'm just rambling on
Yeah.
about random shit.
Because I've run out of fucking voices. As you climb up these stairs, eventually the lantern seemingly extinguishes itself, but you guys can see more clearly now. It's up the stairs, and as you get more further up there, it opens up into a wide room with pillars on the side with what look to be stone plates with letters etched into them, with just what looks to be normal torches on the wall lighting it up. And ahead of you, you do see a little kitten just kind of hiding behind one of the pillars.
Oh,
Ty's gonna be sort of not go close, but like,
Angie? Is that you, Angie? We're here to help.
That was Uggy.
Uggy? I don't know, Angie or Uggy? I heard Angie.
Hearing you guys, like, she turns and looks at her. Ukne!
Ugne.
There
Sorry.
you are! Where have you been? Why don't you... You can't just run off like that, especially not down here. It's not safe for us. I'm sorry. I was just playing a game. I know, it's okay. But it's not safe, alright? I'm sorry. Yeah, well, you have these kind people here to thank for helping find you. You know those riddles were really annoying, right? I know. And you also know that you've got a really weird fascination with eyes, right? Yeah.
She wasn't even the one who
Kind of just twirling, like, her foot into the sandstone beneath her, just looking downwards.
She's even the one who wrote the thing. It's like some guy ages ago. You're the problem. I sort of approach and sort of kneel down because I'm not quite sure how tall she is, but I'm assuming child height. So
Yeah.
I kneel down a little bit.
It's okay. You've done a really good job, and you've been very brave. But do you know what the next hint is?
I don't know.
Can you help us?
I just knew the ones on the walls from ages ago.
Alright. Do you think you could make your way back?
Probably just follow the opposite of the clues, right?
Do we have the map we
Exactly.
can give them?
Talia can note down if they need it. She can write down.
This kid seems to know his way around here very well.
Yeah, she does seem to, but Talia looks at the mother.
Would you and your child prefer to get out of here? I understand you probably don't wish to come further unless there's more danger.
It's probably safer we get out of here, to be honest.
Alright. Are you sure
Get
you'll be
home and
okay?
give them some meat, some food to eat.
Alright.
Some meat.
Take care.
It's very specific.
What kind of meat?
A steak.
Marie is
Eat
just
meat,
kind of
grow
looking.
strong.
Marie's just kind of looking at the tiles on the floor and just like, ain't necromancy a kind of magic?
Oh, it is. It's one of my well. I was at a field that I could study at my college, but I decided to go more divination.
The word necromancy's on this,
Oh, so it is.
and evocation.
These are all they're schools of magic. Necromancies, vocation. Perhaps,
Good.
can I do a perception check for a clue on the walls?
Good eye, Marie.
Yeah, you can. Roll a history check.
Oh, I
Oh,
see
history.
your one. Divination. Know that
Yes,
one from you.
abjuration down the distance.
Nope.
What the fuck is that a spell?
Elgin,
Yeah,
I'm
but
having difficulty finding this. Could you help me?
divination. Look, divination. Getting good at this.
I'm just like, I gave that clear. Marie's just standing there. Divination, necromancy, evocation. You're just
It
there
makes
like,
sense that she would recognize the evil.
No, but I love the fact like you're doing a word search.
Yeah, Marie's like doing a word search with the word she only like knows through people basically.
I would love that like Marie's world doesn't have word searches, and when she gets back, she's like, "Hey guys, I came up with this real cool thing."
Magic. This one says magic.
Yeah, you gotta search for a word and a bunch of other words.
Wait, do all
I
these
call
words
it
cross
word
over?
search.
These words cross
No.
over into anything. We highlight them all.
Does
So, as
history
Eldrin
check
looks
find-
onto the wall and kind of feels around for these hieroglyphics, he finds a little bit, which is just, basically just says,
Hat.
there are 8 schools of magic.
So
Gotta find 8 magic in this.
we
Eight
have to
schools of
either.
magic.
I think we have to step on all the schools of magic to reach the other side. I have a feeling that if we step on the wrong one, we're going to be toast.
I'm gonna approach Talia and look not at her, but at her hat, towards where her hamster is hiding, and say,
No.
"Do you think Marshmallow could help us test this out?"
If he weighs enough, the plates might need a specific weight to activate.
It's worth testing, I think.
Sorry, I'm gonna mark. Oh no, go away.
I would like. Constantia comes over here and she says, "Marshmallow, could you step on this tile?"
Oh shit! Didn't mean to do that.
Wait, I just wanna before. Except again. Marie, do you mind helping me out? Finding these quickly. 'Cause I just want to find these quickly before we continue on, just so I know where to go.
I was fully expecting
What
someone to throw the hamster.
school of magic?
We need to find that. I keep forgetting to switch out.
Do
And it's pissing
Do you
me
want
off.
us just to mark them, or I didn't want to start drawing
Yeah.
on Sparks' map unless she was okay with it.
I'm fine with it.
Sorry, I
see.
should have checked. My brain just went into puzzle solving mode. And there's one there. Divination.
I'm really.
The schools
Dyslexia
are.
does not go well with this.
These schools of magic are abjuration, necromancy, evocation, transmutation, enchantment, and illusion. I believe that should be all
Out
of them.
of character, I will warn you, that is in your world.
Okay, that would just be. That's just generally magic as well.
No, that's fine, I'm just warning you, Vi.
I'm just trying to find what
Oh shit!
transmutation as well. Well, you just found it.
The sprites transmute things in their masks.
Yeah, transmutation is a school of magic as well. Like I haven't remembered all of them. That was just some of them that I was remembering off the top of my head.
There's illusion as well we need to find. Oh, there we go. Oop.
Yeah, I was just about to.
Also found magic.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
found magic as well.
I would mark magic as well, just in case.
Yeah, but there's 2 magic.
Is this one? No.
Oh, conjuration. Yeah, that's one.
Oh, yeah, conjuration.
There.
Starting here. Conjuration.
You guys can delete your lines if you'd like.
I
Yeah.
don't know how to.
Oh,
You
you
gotta
click
select
on
it
them
and then
and
press
then
delete.
delete. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Uh-huh.
5,
We're missing.
6, 7. We're missing one. So what do we have? Do we have enchantment? No, we don't
No.
have enchantment. So we have that might
There it
one.
is.
Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
nice.
Enchantment. That's 8 different schools of magic.
None of
Ah,
them
I
lead all
see
the
a
way
path.
across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a illusion, is it? It's an illusionary hill.
There might be another.
Enchantment.
We have
Yeah,
enchantment.
faint up.
Yeah, it says there's 8 schools and we have 8.
Cool.
Is there a second magic, maybe?
Yeah, there's like.
Where's the first
There's
magic?
magic here, and there's magic
Oh.
down here.
Magic.
I'm gonna put
Okay.
magic in a different color.
And magic.
Magic there,
There.
magic there.
Oh.
We need to
there's a lot
find a
of magic.
magic that connects
Magic.
to the last one, unless because that's all the 8. There's 8 schools we found. So unless there's another school we're missing, because it said there's 8 and we found 8.
Magic.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. That's what we need.
Can't draw them diagonally.
Just draw a
Hang
line
on.
then.
hang on. I got you.
Because I'm. Magic.
Where did it go? Where's the diagonal magic? Oh, there it is. Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm hoping. I
Every
will-
time I
I
see
will
MI, I'm
use-
like,
When it comes to chat, I don't know if the magic ones will count, but I'm hoping so, because otherwise it's the only way we can get across. Unless we jump over the last one. But I'm going to... where am I? Where's my character?
I don't know. I was just wondering that actually.
I just scrolled down and found that my character is missing. And
Did you
Marshmallow isn't.
accidentally delete yourself? Yeah, so it looked like you deleted yourself when you were deleting your lines.
I only clicked on my lines, I didn't click on my token.
I might not have done it on purpose, but
oh
if
shit,
you're
there's another
gone,
one there.
if
DM,
you
can
an-
you pop in, please? My token. And my marshmallow, please?
Pardon me.
When you have a sec.
You're gonna have to change your AC and health and all that, but
That's cool. I haven't lost anything, so I'm still all good. I didn't get
I
hurt
was
or
trying to
anything.
work out where the fuck you went for like the past 5 minutes.
Fucking love word search.
You know, right? I do too.
Um.
Oh, I should put in marshmallows because marshmallows doesn't have these here. Ah, I forget. I don't want to go. digging
1,
through.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So
We're missing 1 magic, I think.
no, I don't. I think as long as we have the schools of magic, we just need a path to get across. If it's how I think it works. Yeah, I'm gonna put I'm gonna have Marshmallow walk onto the N. Does anything happen?
Nothing
Is
happens.
it like-
Okay,
you know what happens if he steps on the M?
Okay, he steps on the M.
Nothing happens.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
Ty says, Eldrin or whoever's, I think Eldrin's might
I'll
be the
try.
best dexterous. No, I will step on it, but I need someone to grab me back if there's
I.
I think it might be better to have someone else step on it. Like, still
Actually,
have.
Eldrin, since you
I-
are the dexterous, you might be able to jump off faster than. Because Collins, you're in heavy armor, so you'd be a bit difficult to jump. It might react to weight, so.
Alright, I'm gonna walk forward.
Constantine was like, I'm going to volunteer for this. It just gets completely outvoted.
Yeah, but you gotta
Eldrin, and then
always go
Eldrin gets
first.
shoved to the front, and she's just like, well, okay.
Because you always go first. So.
As Eldrin takes a footstep forward and lands on the plate, a huge clunk can be heard. Talia, are you standing right behind Eldrin?
Yes.
Constancia, Talia, and Eldrin, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Not you, Murray.
Okay.
Oh shit! It was a line of arrows, weren't it?
You don't generally resist arrows with Constitution.
But we got
Poison
it
darts.
right though. It's the only words in there.
Well, darts have to hit you first. They'd target your AC.
Well, no. Where's Constitution save?
Oh god, I'm not going to be turned into a frog, am I? Still looking for magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like, Marie is visibly scanning.
Oh, Sam already did. So as Eldrin steps on this, all of a sudden a plume of gas comes out as it starts to poison each of you for 5 damage.
Great. I don't.
Even if we rolled high on our
That's-
Constitution.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
even
take
though
a
you
step
roll
back.
high on your Constitution, that's what happens.
that was not the right one.
So marshmallow is too light to trigger the plates.
It
Can you
seems that way.
marshmallow my sword so it weighs him down?
There's another. No, that's not a magic.
Yeah, I've been looking.
Eldon, if you're willing to volunteer again, do you wish to step on the M?
Yeah, just
I-
stand back.
Yeah, everyone stand back.
Please go, Eldrin. We all stand back.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stand on the M.
Okay, could Sam and Marshmallow please make a Constitution saving throw?
Shit.
Is there no right answer? That doesn't. Oh, that was for Marie. That's not.
Sam,
Sorry,
please take
Talia.
11 damage.
11.
Oh no, it's the same. It's -1, so it's worse. It's a 2.
That's for the hamster, yes?
Yes.
Can a hamster take 11 damage too?
That's dead.
I'm just checking that he's hit stats. Hang on. He doesn't have a green one for some reason, so I'm just gonna put his health in blue, and he's AC in red because he doesn't have a blue one.
Your green bar will appear if you give it a maximum amount.
No, I mean I don't have an option to use a green bar. There is no green.
Please give me
Gotcha.
1 second. I will fix that for you. There you go. So he's got 20 HP max, yeah?
Yep. And currently at 9 hit points.
I've just been half health by gas.
Because if it's using the 7 magics, I can't see enough magics to get across. Unless it's to step on.
Marie, would you be willing to step on anything that doesn't have a letter on it?
Sure. Marie just walks forward onto this one.
No, like, I
Wait.
guess it's too late.
Just try
Wait.
whatever, man.
No, you've stepped on it. As Marie steps on it, foot down, thank God, nothing happens.
Oh,
Thank God
so
for
we-
the hamster who was standing kind of following you.
So we have
I'm
to step
fine.
on where there aren't schools of magic or magic at all.
Yeah.
Meaning we'll have to jump over gaps.
So this triggered and this triggered,
Yeah.
but these aren't. Well, let's be scientific. Talia, please stand back.
Yeah, Talia stand.
Marshmallow too, and then have her step on the A.
This one.
Yeah, the A or the I. They both should work for this test.
Woo!
As she puts her foot down on it, it starts to rumble a little bit,
I
but then
can't hear
nothing
anything.
happens.
Oh god. Okay, I'm good. Okay.
Seemingly
I
taking
cut
her
out for a
away.
good like 5 minutes there. What did it say?
Yeah, nothing. It's fine.
Cool.
I'm fine.
So hang on, I want to draw
Right.
on the map because I just want to see. I want to work out a path. Oh, there's
Shit.
another line there. I'm just trying to find which would have us jumping the least.
I'll make it
I think
easier
this
if
one
you'd like.
on the left side. We're gonna have to jump like twice.
Yeah.
Well, 3 times. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
Marie
mind.
stand.
I won't work it out because someone's already worked it out.
Poor
Marie
Divine.
steps.
Oh
So-
wait. 1, 2. Yeah, it'd be same either way.
why aren't
Never
my things
mind.
going? Oh, there we go.
DM, do you think I would be able to jump?
What's your
Since-
strength?
I would say this. I was gonna ask if I could use acrobatics. Since it's not about. It's more about.
I still need to know your strength.
I don't
my
think anyone has below 5 strength, which is
No.
what you need to make a.
I'm still just
Mine
double
is
checking
one.
though, because you never know.
Mine's a 9.
9.
11.
To jump that, you probably could.
Could
I
I,
have
use
an
an
18.
acrobatics to sort of like flip over, like sort of?
I'm not good with jumping.
It would be an athletics for you. That's based on strength, right?
But I'm asking if I do a flip, that's more like a dexterity thing.
You can,
Because I have
but it would
terrible-
raise the DC significantly higher.
Because I have a -1 to strength. So
It's your choice.
I feel like you're saying that I have to do.
No, you don't have
athletics,
to. It's just
otherwise-
doing a flip is harder than jumping over, so the DC will be slightly higher.
I'll just do athletics. I'm gonna, because I won't be able to be at a DC in acrobatics then if it's really high.
Don't know what it is because you haven't
Yeah,
tried.
I'm gonna fall.
Yeah, you successfully jump over.
Oh, okay.
It's 5 foot. It's not the most difficult thing in the world.
And because we've learned that Marshmallow can just stand anywhere, he's just gonna. walk
Marshmallow
around.
just doesn't give a shit. He can run around in circles.
Can you do me a favor, Sparks?
Yes.
You right click on Constancia and move her to the front. Since I drew most of this, I'm going to be under it, and it's going to make moving across it hell unless I'm on the front layer.
Done.
Thank you.
Do you wish to do another jump?
Yeah, I'm assuming people are following me, but apparently I
Yeah.
know where it's following
I mean-
me. So.
I didn't know we were going yet. You just kind of
Marie's
taking the
gonna.
initiative there.
I'll do it just one at a time because it'll be easier. So, Tyler, make another athletics check.
I'm currently coughing up blood going, yep, you guys go first.
Yep, you
12,
make that
I'm
jump
assuming.
and one more.
Yeah, I'll roll, assuming that it runs together.
You go
Do I
to
not make it?
walk over to jump over it, but you slightly trip, setting it off. Please make a constitution.
I was gonna ask if it would be easier since it's diagonal, since it's less of a jump and more I'm just stepping diagonally.
Yeah, stepping diagonal.
It would be the same, I'm afraid. But you would
Shit.
land on that spot after making your constitution throw.
Okay.
Run, Marshmallow, run.
He's over here. He's fine.
Please take 5 damage. As you kind of
Is it-
stumble across, a big pile of gas just comes into your face, but you successfully land on the next step across.
Y'all okay, darling?
Yeah, my eyes are just burning.
Okay, I'm coming up after you, okay?
Marie,
All
what's
right.
your insanely high strength score? And sorry for interrupting.
18.
Alright, roll, I'm guessing
You
what you
failed
want to be
us.
athletics.
Yeah, because I have +7,
Yep,
so...
you fucking
Jesus.
skip over that.
I don't think she
What
can
failure?
actually fail.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah,
poor
yeah,
Talia,
Marie, you couldn't fail anyway, so you just make it over to the end.
Yeah,
poor
Marie's
Talia
just
is
like-
throwing like all her strength into her tiny little jumps,
Actually-
and Marie's just like, "Meh."
Actually, can I say that, like, Marie just kind of lifts up Eldrin, and because Marie can't physically fail, can I just
Oh.
carry Eldrin across?
I would have to make you a roll for that. For each
Yeah,
jump
but I
if you
think-
did.
but
I trust my, like, fucking
go for it.
+7 more
If
than I
Eldrin
trust-
wants
it
to be
would-
carried,
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just like, yep, I've learnt my lesson
Eldrin,
from jumping.
come on!
Marie,
And just kind of throws him over her shoulder.
if you roll a nat 1 on any of these jumps, then you will fail it. But otherwise, you're fine.
Yeah, okay. So that was the first jump. Second jump. Athletics. 26!
Yeah.
Thank
For,
fuck for that.
like Elva's like just thumbs upping like cons as he.
I'm just looking at Constantia waving going, fucking great!
What's your strength, Constance? You're insanely high as well.
I have a +6 acrobatics.
Yeah, you're
Ath-
right.
Yeah.
Acrobatics.
Athletics.
Okay, yeah, you're good then.
Sorry, Talia. If I'd thought of that earlier, I would have picked y'all up and carried
It's
y'all up.
alright. I want to try
Talia,
and do more things myself.
Talia,
Okay.
I'm going to walk up and put a hand on Talia's shoulder this time, and say, I know you're eager and you want to be first and you want to help, but the way you can help most is by staying safe and, well, not being reckless.
I wasn't being reckless. I'm doing what you guys do. I'm not a child.
I know
I
you're
don't
not a
need to
child.
be handhold all the time. Sometimes
But
I'd like to
if-
try and do something myself.
If you run,
I understand if I run into danger, it can be terrible, but
I apologize if I've been treating you like a child. However, some of us are more suited for doing potentially foolish things like running into poison and getting ourselves hurt, whereas you're better suited at doing the things we can't. And if you are harmed and you go down, and then we come across a situation that we can't handle, that we need you for, then we're all in very big trouble.
I understand, but it was just crossing a puzzle. It wasn't dangerous. Yes, a bit of a poison, but
Was it dangerous? Eldritch, are they bleeding from the ears?
I'm
Yeah.
just like coughing up
I
blood.
just look. I'm just setting Eldrin down as you say that, and I look up at him and then look down to you and just like say that to Eldrin.
I mean,
Like,
yeah. According to DM, Marshmallow is busy staring at console.
Marshmallow
Little
was like dancing around, gloating that he could just run across it without giving a shit. As soon as you start that conversation, his demeanor just changes into angry and is.
Well, I don't think Constantia is being
Marshmallow.
unreasonable.
Yes, but Marshmallow reflects is Talia's sort of familiar and reflects
Her id.
Talia's sort of her id.
Yeah.
He
just didn't want
he's like the more aggressive. He's everything aggressive of Talia's is just in a hamster.
I understand you're worried, but I'll be okay.
I'm not your
And I'm
mother,
not-
so I won't tell you what to do. But
Thank you.
I do hope you take my words into consideration.
I understand things are dangerous, but like, it's not like I was running head first towards a monster. I stopped doing that.
Well, there were no monsters over here, luckily. But
The thing is, I can't get stronger or learn how to do things. I mean,
you are very strong. No
there
one
might
here.
be a day when you guys aren't around and I have to defend myself. I have to learn to be stronger.
You're getting stronger every day. No one here can do the things you can do with magic. It's honestly quite intimidating.
yeah.
But if I'm being fair, my armor's thicker, and Marie is much better at taking a punch to the face than you will ever be, child.
You say you don't treat me like a child, and yet you
I-
always call me child. You do realize we're the same age.
If anyone's the child here, it's technically me. Y'all are old as shit.
Out of character, that was a slip of the tongue on my part because we kept saying child, and I will roll with it if you guys want to, but that was a me. That was a
Roll
me.
with it.
That was
Live
a
up
me
to your
look.
mistake. Live up to your mistake.
Marie just like points out at the puzzle and just says, "Gun,
Done.
gun." Y'all hurt me.
Or just like it just sounds like a nice word, you know? It's just dumb.
So in Marie's world, she both had something called a gun and what was it from earlier? Mustard or some shit.
I don't have mustard, but I have guns.
Talia has mustard.
I
Yeah.
don't have mustard and I don't have word searches, but I have guns.
It's that new fact. The was like, damn it, got writing guns now.
They do have bubble gum, and there is gum.
There is gum, there are sweets, and there are guns. No mustard.
I don't know. I think Constantia sees that there's no winning this argument.
Hey, Talia, look at she's not a child. Talia is a grown woman.
Yeah, I know. Like I said,
Sometimes
that
she
was
just wants to do something herself.
that was an out of character slip. I don't think of her in that way.
No, I know, like it's not nothing bad. It's just just adds to it. Just adds to the conversation.
Like I said, I think consensus there's no convincing her at this point, and she'll just kind of have to acquiesce and say, "Well, the way forward lies ahead. On to untold dangers, then."
Alrighty, you guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
Marie's just kind of shuffling awkwardly, like, past this conversation and just.
Yeah, Ty is gonna like go and walk with Marie.
As you guys start walking down the hallway again, you get to another set of stairs as the torches fade away behind you through the many bends, but a new light up ahead starts to build, which Constantia would instantly recognise as sunlight. But these stairs seem to go on for quite a while until eventually you reach the top. As you burst out from another little cave into a lot of sunlight, you seem to be at some kind of really old ruins and temple. That music stopped. That's a good timing because I got new shit to put on.
Yep,
Oh,
that's why I stopped it.
And I really hate this fucking reveal tool.
Are you using the shortcut, sweetie?
Nope.
You need to. It will make your life so much easier.
I've got too many shortcuts in my
Jarvis.
brain. It would be pointless teaching me. Unless you want to remind me of all the Blender fucking shortcuts.
I mean, yeah, it's RT and RR. And just anytime you need to say shortcuts, I'll say RT or RR. Just like it's like a verbal macro. You know, just like shortcuts, and then I'll call them out. Yeah.
I might do that. It might actually help me learn it.
Roll call! Oh no, we've been cloned. There's
Oh,
fucking
shit.
2 of us.
Zoe, did you get the message that I sent you as well?
I was just
In the
about to.
Twilight Zone.
That's a very specific question, Sam.
Yeah, it is. I've been holding on to it since the first session, so I was
Fucking hell.
wondering how much.
What question?
I
what?
would say, guys, what are the health potion options? Like greater, lesser?
There's common, greater, and then there's something else.
I would say it's a
Could be-
common then, Sam.
Because we all got a greater, but I had the common one from Skyrim.
There's the largely useless ones, which are the 2d4 plus 2s, which those are the commons, and then they just get slightly less useless from there.
Yeah, 'cause I had
But the
one
gold
with
prices-
priest.
In my game, I found common works quite well usually.
They're nice for picking someone up from the dead, but they're very usually not worth using in the middle of
It
combat.
depends on the type of fight and the people you have.
Potion of healing greater, potion of healing superior, and so
There you
potion
go,
of healing
superior.
supreme.
Thank you.
So I'm guessing I've just
Sam,
got the
where did you
normal
get
one.
it from exactly? Do you remember the context it was given?
Yeah, I think it was the Skyrim one where we beat the shit out of that guy and we all got low. And they was
So
like,
it was
yeah, I
just
think you need the
randomly-
health
Oh, I think-
potion.
Oh no, it was the shop. Wasn't it the shop? He gave you got cloaks and then he gave us like free potions or something.
'Cause we all got a potion of healer greater from somewhere. I remember I think we all got one, and then I've got the normal potion of healing.
I didn't get a potion if there was one because I don't have
Oh.
it in mine.
I would say then, just because we don't fully remember, and it might have just been randomly, it would be a common.
All right, so what was that? That was 2d4 plus 2. Is that what?
Yes.
Constantia
Yep.
just said that.
So-
I'm gonna drink that because I can see enemies.
As you start walking up, and yes, Sam, that's fine. You can chug that before this starts.
Hey,
Oh, it's a weird one. over
Nice.
there.
I might not get one shot. By
Oh,
some
this might
fucking
be where
mud.
they come from, where the other little sand people come from.
could you imagine having to fight sand people all the way through the dark tunnels?
God.
What's the
Shit.
Oh no.
Marie can get almost all the way to the top in one turn. Jesus fuck.
Go boot.
Well, this escalated quickly.
Well, we've not quite there yet, but I was just getting things ready for how this will probably go, unless you guys pull a rabbit out your hat and there's someone from the dead or some bullshit.
Well, I mean, I think I could do
Giving us
raised
ideas.
bed if you really want me to.
So, as you walk up these stairs, you come out onto what seems to be on top of a cliff top with a small, what looks to be an altar and temple. Around are more of those familiar little monsters you've seen from earlier, but they seem to be a bit more They seem to be a bit tougher, but a bit more new and shiny. And on the very top, you actually see a time sprite with many arms, just manipulating them, seemingly casting a spell of some kind.
They're fucking tougher.
And it's down to you
Just-
what you guys wish to do.
Well, that depends. Does he? I mean, combat music is playing, so I feel like we should be fighting. But like, do they act?
Marie's gonna cautiously start
sorry.
walking closer.
I was.
Oh, sorry.
Still keep going, Con.
Yeah, I was just saying Marie's cautiously walking
Alright.
closer.
Marie's walking closer. Are you all going to walk closer, or are any of you going to do
I-
anything else, like Sam
I
who's
was-
drunk a health potion?
I don't have a health potion, so Talia's just gonna stick close to Marie so she can get closer into spell range so she can hit people.
Constantia, are you doing anything?
All right. As I was asking initially, are we noticed? Do they appear hostile? Like that kind of thing?
These little mudmen are already... You can see that they are hostile, driven by hunger and flesh.
Okay.
But they're seemingly waiting for something.
Well, I would probably move up with the party then. With
Yeah.
them drawn.
In that case, stop right there, all of you. Roll
Can I-
initiations.
Do I get to move first, or?
Yeah, you get to move up with the rest of the party.
15.
So glad I chugged that fucking health potion.
Right, I can delete that.
I nearly got
I
one
can
shot
delete
slapped last
that,
time.
I can delete that. I want you.
I didn't know mud could hit so hard.
It's sharp mud.
Marie can fully now move
It's
up.
got
to-
rocks. It's like a snowball, but there's like a rock in the center.
What? What about a snowball?
I forgot to roll initiative because I'm being dumb. I was thinking of what to do. Yay.
It's a bee.
Buzz, buzz, bitch.
It's just... I was gonna say stick like a bee, motherfucker.
Have we all rolled initiative?
I have.
Yep.
Yes.
Sort by descending, is that right? Yes. As you start to approach, this creature notices you, that's standing on top, who is apparently called B. It kind of just turns and looks at you guys. Ah, you've arrived at last, I see. Speaking openly at you.
You can talk.
That's actually pretty impressive. I didn't know people here could talk. Oh,
Me
good.
talking's impressive.
Not
Well,
really.
yeah,
used to
because every
people
other
talk.
sprite. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say that. Like, most of the other time sprites can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Impressive.
foolish. They don't see the way.
What do you think the way is?
The way
Really, this is the
is
way.
to only you.
You know the way.
I point at the
Do
stairs.
it.
This
Do
is the
another
way.
way.
It's way up.
This way.
Why, the one
Depends
who
which way
gave me
you
my voice, you see. Only to help the great MC come back to take his rightful domain.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Well, it's what I was trying to do till you tried to give me a conversation.
Would you stop if we asked?
You didn't do
Yeah, why do you want the MC back so bad?
Because his way was better, you see, back in the past. And he gave me this awesome, wicked, evil-sounding voice that sounds like a typical villain.
Yeah, see?
Exactly, yeah.
I kept laughing. I
Yeah,
didn't know
see?
that was intentional.
It was
or not,
intentional.
So it was like,
I was just
Say
expecting to hear,
anything.
I'm walking here.
Why not?
I was going, see? I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
see?
hey,
Well.
nah.
If you won't stop for the asking, it seems there's only one clear course of action.
Well, you could help.
I draw my sword. Shing.
I'm guessing that's a no to the help.
I wait. Tyson says, I want to try and convince him. He's probably not going to work, but
we've been sent by the writer to come back here because you brought the MC back, but he's only bringing destruction. He's killing all the sprites and destroying the under. He's not going to help you.
Roll a persuasion.
Cool. Does anyone want to help assist me?
Yeah, like, we came back because everything's gone wrong, and knowing what usually happens when megalomaniacs come into power, you're gonna be the first. They don't tend to be loyal to their henchmen, even if their henchmen are loyal to them. Which is
We
all
both
you'll
ro-
be to him. You're gonna be a henchman, not a friend.
Both of you
We-
roll a persuasion and we'll take the higher.
Cool.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use my portent and say it was an 18.
Alright. He kind of goes, oh, sorry, I didn't know about that. I'll just stop what I'm doing then, I guess. He kind of half turns around and goes, you joking? No. He's the one who gave me my voice. I ain't gonna drop this. I don't care where you came from.
But you already have
No,
your
but-
voice.
So not even an 18 doesn't even make him like hesitant that he's going to be killed if he does this.
Because
Nope.
if the 18 would be for me, it would be raised up to a 20 because of my plus 2
Yeah,
to
I
persuasion.
switched. Oh, yeah, it would be. So 20 does
So
nothing.
20.
Nope. He turns to walk away, like, kind of jokingly, and comes back and just mocks you, like I said.
Okay.
We need a bard in this group.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I guess we can't do anything to convince him.
Minions!
So.
Get them!
It's funny that you think they'll be able to reach me.
Just gonna run past them or just like headbutt the guy.
This combat music, though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Marie's just gonna run forward and be like, okay.
It's gonna use haste. Right, that's that one.
Uh,
530. Does a cool backflip halfway through. Uses haste, goes up there with his
How
friend.
does a lump of mud backflip?
Not very well. It looks more like a roly-poly.
Marie does like a clap. Like,
You can see from like its muddy face, a slight hole appears, and there's just a slight grin.
Do these guys? I'm assuming we might have to do a check for, but do these guys look tougher than the ones we've encountered before?
You would have to roll an insight.
I thought you said that as soon as we got here.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
well, let's.
I thought you said that one.
Yeah,
but-
as you look them up and down, they seem to be more freshly, newly made and ready to fight, and a lot healthier than their other brothers. Not even brothers, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I'm gonna use first level spell, and since I know, because I was allowed to do this before, unless Sparks wishes to change the rule, I want Talia to stick her hands in between these guys.
Yep.
So that she can cast Burning Hands and do the cone damage from past them. So like, I can't do that. Because you allow me to do it with Eldrin before, you allow me to stick my hands over his shoulders and fire.
Yeah, I'll allow you to do that again.
Fantastic. I'm gonna need them to make a dexterity saving throw, please. It must be a 13. Or take half damage.
Give me 1 second. You guys don't have any fucking saving throws at all. Okay, then.
That's such a little damage.
Oh no!
5 damage.
What do they have to be?
13. Or they take 5 damage, or half
They
of
both
5.
get hit by this, taking 5 damage. One of them rolled a 0.
Do they look like they took a little extra because it's fire, or does it?
Yeah,
does fire not appear to be a weakness of theirs?
No, nothing really seems to happen.
Shit, so they're not made of clay. You can't just like, haha.
Talia sticks her hands between. It does. Poof. I should have
Little
just done
piece of
I
fire.
should have just done my fireball. It would have done more damage.
Right.
Considerably more.
I don't know.
Marie
I
takes-
thought I was hoping to do a slightly more damage, but
Marie takes a step forward, and because her plans kind of failed, because she's kind of been blocked off by these fuckers, she's gonna swing at this boy with her great club. Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
9 points of damage.
you know the scary thing is one day we're gonna go, does a 22 hit, and somebody's gonna go, no.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, seeing as that doesn't take it down, I'm assuming.
No.
Great club again. 13,
Yep, that hits.
11.
Nice.
Bonus action or not?
Oh, I can do a fucking... Yeah, I can do... No, I don't have my rage
have-
up, so I can't
Okay.
do...
As you go, you
Ouch.
slice it, hitting it square on the shoulders, each one with your 2 slashes, as it kind of just crumples to the ground a bit, but Bree gets back up ready to fight.
Fuck. Okay.
Please give me 1 split second. You. This strange time sprite slightly walks forward and goes, "You will roll the day of this." Can you please all make a dexterity saving throw? No. Could Marie and Talia make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh great.
No.
Oh, so it's a.
Ha!
Why am
Right.
I making a dexterity saving throw? Oh fucking hell.
Because Mudman's in the way too, potentially.
Yeah, actually, one
Yeah,
of them is,
yeah.
so he needs to make a dex throw.
So, it's an 11.
Those ones though, whew.
Jeez, I just saw how many dice it's rolled for that.
It's the same
Shit.
number of dice as a fireball.
Yeah, one shot me. Probably from 4. Actually, no. Maybe. No. Oh, fuck it.
I faked death. Oh.
I
need
should
to
have gotten
use
myself pissed off.
I need to
Should've.
use my Banshee's Veil at some time. Which once per day, when I'm the target of the spell, I can use my reaction to cast counter spell. And does not expend a spell slot. So if I'm attacked again with magic, I'm using that. Cause
The spell hasn't gone off yet.
no, I'm not gonna use that. Because I don't know.
All
if
of
I
a
make-
sudden, a giant, from 2 of its hands, they just slam together as a lightning bolt comes crashing straight through in a line, hitting everyone in that line for 20 damage.
So an 18 doesn't save.
19 damage.
Am I? I know it's not my turn. Am I allowed to use
It's the
my
great thing
Misty
it wasn't
Step?
20 Sparks, cause
Oh, God.
I was going to say, can I use
Oh,
my
shit.
Misty Step as a reaction?
Time out.
Uh,
Sparks. An 18 doesn't half the damage?
No.
That
seems
okay.
This is a
How
fucking
high-
tough dude.
Okay.
so
Actually,
guess I just have to sit out of this battle then, because otherwise I'm just gonna fucking die.
I was going to say, can I Misty Step as a reaction when I see the spell going off if that ain't my turn, or...?
give me 1 split second if you do not mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would counter spell, but it's too late, so I'll just leave it.
Just want to double check this before I go any further. So I added those 2 numbers up together. I'm not 100% sure if that's right on effect.
No. Sweetie,
God.
that is here. Well,
Please, for the love of God, reduce it. So it's just that number, yeah?
yeah, the other thing is it's spell attack, like if it was going to cast
okay.
Firebolt.
Thank you so much. So in that case, that would be... Marie, stay at your current health. Talia, please add
Heal.
on 10 health. Because so Talia manages to jump out the way, still getting seared in the shoulder quite a bit, whereas Marie takes the full brunt of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it deflects. Marie takes the brunt and then just shoots off and gets Talia.
Yeah, teach you what day to mess with me, see? Eldrin?
I'm gonna move up. Can we climb these bits? How high are these?
I
Oh,
would
God.
say they're about 7 foot high.
So if I went like that instead to go round, so I'm not blocking people.
You can go like this.
It
Yeah.
would be a fairly easy check to make if you wanted to try and climb over.
Yeah, because I'd like to go there so that Constantia can move up, so we're not in the way.
Yep. Could you roll athletics unless you want to do something fancy to count up? Yep, you make it.
Sweet.
I've got animate dead, and I was thinking the horrifying thing of Talia just animating dead her own sister. That would have been horrible.
See, I was sitting there, I was gonna go if that was gonna nearly kill you. I was like, can I use my Misty Step as a reaction because I can teleport a friendly at 30 feet? And I was like, can I just boom?
I thought you said anime dead there.
Eldron starts to run round the corner. As he gets to like 1 square away, he just leaps up in one bound, just landing on the next platform up, not caring.
Sweet. I'm now going to attack the shit out of this thing.
Go roll your 20 fucking attacks.
Does 11 hit?
11 does hit.
Oh, holy shit. Should I roll all my attacks and do all the damage or like one by one?
One by
Roll
one,
all
we
of
can
your
just
2
total them.
hits first.
Oh.
That would hit because an 11 hit.
Right, do you want the 3 damages?
Yep, all damages.
Looks like 23 damage.
23.
As you just suddenly land next to him, not even breaking sweat, you just start slashing your swords wildly into him as bits of mud go flying. As it kind of staggers back, taken by shock that you're there.
That's my turn done.
I was gonna summon a demon, and I was like, yes, it's like they're hostile to everyone, including you. I was like, nope, that would be a bad idea to
Nope,
summon
nope.
a demon right now.
No.
Nope. I was like, yes, like it's like because there's a roll depending on how many you summon. Like they're lesser demons, so they're like imps or something. And they're like one of them was like 8 demons. I was like, oh, perfect, 8 demons to like shelter Talia. They're like, nope, they will attack everyone. I was like, yep, that's a bad idea.
This creature's gonna start basically charging at you, half jumping, half falling down,
Oh,
seemingly
I don't like that.
unimpeded.
Oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna die this battle. That's what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna die.
I mean, we have one vampire that's been turned from your family. Why
You
not?
don't want to do that to a spellcaster.
Talia, what's your AC? 13.
Oh, hang on. Yeah.
I think it is because I
Oh,
think it's one
thank
less than
you.
mine.
Yeah, it was 13.
I will mayo. I'm being brought dinner. Sorry.
It's alright.
Hey,
Yep,
it's the
that's
right
what
word
we say.
actually. We're being attacked by weird monsters. Wait, take the mayo with you. The weirdest sentence I thought I would ever shout.
Take
you,
the
Connor.
mayo with you.
I'm being brought food because I
That's
am
her AC on her
careful.
token.
Yeah.
Sorry, what is it? What's going on?
Right.
Your AC is
This,
13, right?
this creature runs up to you, hits you right in the face, dealing 10 damage. As it then turns to look at Marshmallow and tries to slam the ground again. But Marshmallow, wise to this, just hops around the corner and jumps behind you, dodging it.
I'm.
So if I die, I'm gonna take over Sayora's
I'm using my
character,
reaction
right?
to reduce the damage to her by 5.
Okay, so she only takes 5 damage.
Talia, do you want to recover that hit points?
I was just taking a bite of food.
Coolio.
Yep.
I don't like this situation.
I'll just switch to Sayora for the rest of the game, and then I won't be such a hindrance to everyone.
You're not a hindrance.
Hmm.
I think Oni does not agree.
No, that's actually completely quite the opposite.
Sorry, when you said it sounded like you were agreeing with me.
I'm just kinda... let's see.
We're
What do I
about
wanna
to
do here?
get killed.
Alright, well, I was gonna step up, but this guy came down, so I'm gonna step over here and make a strike against him.
All of a sudden, there's a Dragoon that saves your life. Not really.
Please just insta-kill.
No.
15
I'm-
hits. See,
15 hits for sure.
it's gonna be just a d8 plus 3. 15 damage, but then bonus action, I'm gonna channel Wrathful Smite into it for an additional 1 psychic damage, but more importantly, I'd like it to make a DC 12 Wisdom save.
It does not make it.
Okay. It has to flee to the best of its ability away from Constancia until the end of my next turn.
Is this fair?
This is fear.
You both of you get an opportunity when it runs.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
perfect. If I summon this one thing, I will
and
have
there's-
advantage.
There's Marie as well, because
Yeah, we'd all have a opportunity of
You-
attack. I
Perfect.
think.
Try to scare this thing away, but it just kind of looks at you blankly,
Alright.
not giving
Don't
a
feel
shit.
free.
Let's see. Well, then second attack.
Hit.
For an additional 8 damage. And that'll be my turn.
So, from what you guys have learned from this, the little mud guys, they do have the condition immunity of frightened.
Okay. And Constancia will say, "Oh, god damn it. I just did exactly what I was gonna tell people not to do." She's gonna say, "Everyone spread out. Don't line up." As I line up. Actually, I had movement left, so I'm actually, if you'll allow it, GM,
I will.
I'm gonna kind of jump here.
Yep, that's all good. Sam, please take 15 damage.
Jesus.
And then another 11 on top. Fucking hell. So this guy just kind of walks up behind you, starts slamming down twice, hitting you very, very fucking hard. This guy's gonna go for Marie. It goes to slam once, completely misses. Goes to slam again. It manages to hit for 5 damage.
Fuck! The one with more HP gets missed once and hit for 5. I get hit for like 26.
I mean, this one's gonna hit me as hit
Yeah,
at me
it,
as well.
it tries to hit you. The first one misses again. It goes for the second as it also misses. Talia.
Fucking Tiefling luck.
So, because I'm pretty injured, I'm gonna pull out. I want to do it because I've been wanting to try this. DM, I'm going to summon a shadow spirit to protect me.
Don't know what the fuck this is. I can't wait to find out.
So, I call forth a shadowy spirit because it's one of the things that I can summon without killing immediately everyone in its immediate surroundings. It manifests in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. This corporeal form uses the shadow spirit stat block, which I have below here in front of me. It comes with a spell. I can send a picture of it with you if you wish, DM.
Yes, please. That'll just make my life easier.
When you cast a spell, you choose an emotion: fury, despair, or fear. I am going to choose despair. I was going to choose fury because it gives advantage against frightened creatures, but since they can't be frightened, I will go with despair form. The creature resembles a misshapen biped, marked by the chosen emotion, sort of determined by basically me.
with certain attacks in its stat block, the creature disappears when it drops to 0 hit points, and when the spell ends, the creature is an ally to you and your companions. In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, but takes its turns immediately after yours. It obeys your commands. No action required by you. If you don't issue any, it takes the dodge action and uses it to avoid danger.
Okay. You see Foulbar there, I think his name was. He's now your shadow monster creature.
Cool. I've got a cool idea for it, but it's can I put stats in it? Am I
Yeah,
controlling
you're
it? Yeah,
welcome
cool.
to do whatever you want with him, including moving him
So
around.
it's 35 hit points, and it's 11 plus 3 for his armor because of the level I'm casting it at. That's a level 3 spell, by the way.
That's fine.
Sorry, my brain's trying to do math. 14. I'm tired. And I'm just gonna label it as despair. Just so we remember which thingy it is. There you go. And-
Where would you like him to spawn in?
I was gonna put him here, but like Cons is right, we shouldn't line up. So I'm actually gonna put him over here. And let me just take a picture of those stats for you on my phone so I can send them to you. Sparky Spoot.
And you're the one who controls and plays him, yeah?
Yeah.
I won't
He
need to know
goes-
his stats, and that's fine. I trust you.
Oh, if you don't, okay. I cannot frighten him, so I'm not even gonna do that. Oh, and by the way, he does multi-attack. He can do 2 attacks per round.
Oh, finally, something fucking else other than me gets to do that.
And I'm going to hit him twice with Chilling Rend, which does 1d12 plus 3 plus the spell level cold damage. So 3 extra 4. Oh no, it's if I casted it out at like level 4, then access. It's 1d12 plus 3 for his basic hit if he hits.
Alright.
So I'm gonna roll a 1d20 and then it's plus 5 to those.
And this is to hit.
Yeah, this is for the first one.
It misses.
So 8, and I haven't added the
Sweet.
5.
Oh, add the 5 of your spell casting, then that would hit.
8 plus 5. Yeah, that would hit. So that the first one hits, and then the second one. Because I'm doing custom rolls for this.
You can also just check out manually if you need to.
That would be double damage.
Yes!
Yeah.
So should I roll just 3 d12s?
Roll 3d12, yeah.
3 d12s.
Yes.
And that's plus 3 to that as well, so 17.
20 damage?
20 damage, yeah. You watch as this Talia's sort of eyes go black as she holds her hands and summons forth this sort of twisted, almost demonic-looking shadow creature.
How do you want to kill it? You go all the way. Finish it off.
Yeah.
Narrate all of this for me.
Yeah. Talia ain't taking sherbet this round.
Talia goes, I might not be useful this round, but he will.
Well, but it will. And she summons this shadow creature, and it just kind of forms out of the shadows, like from I'm guessing from like the sun and stuff. It just kind of pulls and turns into this creature. It's like and also because it's despair, so it's channeling sort of Talia's despair, any like emotions of despair. It's taking its form from that, and it just slices this mud guy to ribbons.
Nice.
And that
And
is
then
yours and Despair's go
Well,
over,
I haven't
right?
moved. I haven't moved yet, and my guy hasn't moved.
The Despair takes its turn after you, including movement. So we'll just say you managed to run away before that attack happened.
Okay, and then I want to move him here, so that he's
You're
sort of
both
guarding.
moving there.
Is that a bad idea?
Remembering
Do you want
Constantia's
advice?
wise advice.
Yeah.
Don't
Do you
Don't
want
pop.
advice, or do you want to handle this on your way? Because I don't want to tell you, like, I don't want to give tactical
Unless
advice and
Spark
have
plans
it.
on hitting me, but I need someone to shield Talia because she is on 6 health points. So if she groups up or not and gets hit by lightning, she's dead. So
She's got a
I would
point.
rather.
Or you've
and-
got like cover and all sorts of good things to play
Yeah.
Well,
with.
I don't know if this counts. Or if
It
this is just
will
part of
count
it.
as like half cover.
called, and I will go run there because I'm useless this fight.
You're not you. Fucking hell! You just killed one of them outright. Is that not
Doesn't it say-
useful
Yeah,
enough
you
for
just
you?
killed one of them.
There's a lot of range on all of your spells.
I just killed one of them. I'm not useful.
No, I just always feel bad that I'm always sort of the one dying or injuring first. It always sucks.
All right. We are gonna take a quick 5-minute break. We'll be right back.
Called bracers of defense that would would stack with mage armor and set your AC to like 17 or something like that if you have that much dex.
Cool. But thanks, guys. It was, you know.
Yeah.
Marie, the hills are alive, the sound of murder.
Be like that, Talia.
Anyway, Marie is gonna do
No, I'll
what
show
Marie
you.
knows.
Something
She's
like
gonna
that.
get really, really angry.
Angie.
Angie.
Smash this mud.
And then Marie smash. damage. On
How do
this
you want to how do you want to finish him?
I just want Marie to just like kick it down, so she's like pinning it down and then smash where the equivalent of his head would be.
All of a sudden, you guys hear a snarl out of Marie. Why the fuck did I turn on my hairdryer? all of a sudden you hear a snarl out of Marie as she just suddenly whips her foot, tripping up this poor creature as she brings this great club down on its head as it just smashes into bits of mud splatter everywhere.
Yeah, and then she's gonna turn around to this motherfucker. Actually, no. Marie's gonna risk the opportunity attack and run up here.
All right.
5, 10,
I see you.
30, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of these fucking mud things go
You killed
before?
all my
Oh,
minions! How could you?
Not all of them yet, darling.
I'm just looking around going, all of them?
And this one opportunity attack against me.
Yes.
Just
remind
reminding you.
If it chooses to.
It does.
It's actually
if
its
it
choice.
You take
Okay.
12 damage as it manages to just grab your leg.
Reduced
And
to
that-
6, baby.
And that's half to 6, baby.
These
And
guys,
then
they're not
I'm
my minions, you see. They just appeared. They got nothing to do with me.
and Marie's gonna smash this motherfucker.
I love the casual mid-combat conversation.
I don't give a shit about your minions, darling. Smash!
I don't give a shit.
Smash!
You managed to hit. Ow, that hurt, man. Why did he turn
Good.
into a man? Like, ooh, man. No, that hurt, see?
That hurts.
Oh,
See?
yeah!
How dare
Hey
you.
man, you're harshing my vibe, man.
Oh!
Right. I'm gonna have to read the small print. All of a
Sorry.
sudden, a fog, silvery mist surrounds this caster as he just vanishes, poof.
Vanishes, you say?
Fuck, he's got the same thing I do. Fucking silver mist.
God damn it.
As he just teleports right up to here.
God damn it.
You'll never get me! As you can see, once again, he is getting his hands ready for another clap of lightning.
Oh hell.
Oh shit.
I'm just gonna die.
Talia, save us.
How am I
Please
supposed to...
make
Your
a
banshee
dexterity
fail.
saving throw.
God damn it.
Who's making the
That would be Eldrin and
Eldrin.
Constancia.
Constancia. Even though Marie risked right.
See, I have
Sorry.
to. I can't. I have to be the target of the spell to use the counter spell.
Ah,
Because
okay,
I'm not the
never mind.
target. I can't use it.
Inspiration! Inspiration!
Yeah, if you've not used it.
It
Wow.
might not save you.
It
Eldrin.
might not, but this definitely won't save me.
Alright, dexterity save.
Oh shit, it's not much better.
I need... Okay, this one. Sorry, just grabbing my numbers here. 16.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, so, we're gonna need a quick recap on death rules.
He's not dying outright, he'll just be downed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I will need quick rules on that. Constancia,
Yes,
please take 11 damage.
sure.
Eldrin, you will be taking 23.
So, he
Unless
falls
that
to the
kills
ground on...
him outright, in which case
No,
we'll
no,
die.
there's no instant death rules
Oh,
unless you
thank
choose to
fucking
have them.
God.
So basically, as lightning courses through his body, he probably yells out in a very manly fashion, and then falls to the ground, unmoving. Every time it comes to his turn with, "Hey, Eldrin, it's your turn now," you roll a flat d20. If you get 10 or higher, you succeed. 9 or lower, you fail. 3 succeeds, and you stabilize. 3 fails, and you die. And if at any point you roll a natural 20, you come conscious with 1 hit point.
What happens if someone heals you? It helps you as well, doesn't it?
If he is healed for a single hit point of damage, he comes to conscious with 1 hit point, or however much he was healed from.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he is currently at 0 health and bleeding out.
Aha, and before I can get my next turn, both of the fucking mud monsters that are either side of him get their turn, so...
They
Yeah.
may not target him because he is no longer a threat.
Fingers crossed.
Eldrin, please make a d20 saving
I
throw.
can help him. I can do something.
Ooh, Well,
Wait and
Uh,
All right,
Oh.
that's one success. So you can put on your token here. Yeah, there you go. Sparks has got it.
I remember doing this in the arena. Like,
The only
before.
thing I wasn't sure of is I believe there is a rule if they take like 3 times the resting health of damage, they just instantly die. But that doesn't sound like fun.
That's
So-
an optional roll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
fuck
can choose.
that
That's
shit.
it's a rule variant. that
I
you
I
hate
remember doing
snipers
this-
for video games.
I remember doing this ages ago when you made me do that little practice thing in that arena with like 3 versus 3.
Constantia, it is
Oh,
your go.
by the way,
Sure.
this is what I looked up what the shadow spirit is. There's different forms, but this is what Talia's looks like.
Can the shadow
That's
spirit
hardcore.
Oh,
Uh,
shit.
that's
so a lot is happening very quickly. Talia comes out of the woodwork with this fucking Reaper motherfucker and just shreds this
Yeah.
guy. And as she turns to like say like good job, she's blasted with a lightning bolt.
Oh
and
shit!
then she
Marshmallow needs to make a save and throw too.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I saw him there. I thought maybe he was just too low since like I was up on this pillar.
So it's
Dumb.
1d12 plus 4. Let me do a 1d.
Actually, I don't think it's matters.
1d20. 1d20 plus 4. That is an 18.
Yeah, your getting hit by that, your marshmallow just goes poof.
Oh wait, does an 18 not dodge that?
It does. He still takes half damage,
Oh.
and he just goes
Which
poof.
would be 11.
Marshmallow.
Constantia grits her
Talia's
teeth,
gonna
but
have this
then
sit- I'm gonna
she
have this
turns,
sit-
hearing Eldrin's cries of pain, grits her teeth, and then charges up the stairs. And will demand the attention of these two as she tries to rake her blade across it. Come on, high numbers. As the candy sword shatters upon the creature, dealing 13 points of damage.
Dang.
Still up, Sparks?
Yep.
Alright.
It definitely looks to start being on its last. Like, if it had, as Megan would put it, an imaginary health bar across its head, it would be about a quarter left.
Alright, let's see if I can repeat that with my extra attack. Does 12 hit?
Yes?
Alright, no shatter this time though. For 12 damage. Max damage roll.
Yeah, you hit it once again. It staggers back, mud flying off everywhere. It seems to be a lot shorter than what it used to be.
It's
Seems to
still
be
up?
on its last leg.
That's the one I did like 25
Alright,
damage
fine.
to earlier. I did like 25
Wrathful
damage to it
Smite
earlier.
as a bonus action as I'm pulling my blade away for 4 psychic
It's
damage.
dead. How do you want to kill it?
Just as she sticks in it, there's just that fury building in her, and just that dark energy shoots down her arm through the blade, just causing it to go.
What she said. That one is dead.
That's Constantia's turn. Actually, I have one thing of movement left. I'm hopping down to get in melee range of this one.
So what happens if someone attacks someone who's down?
So that is an entirely optional rule for GMs. Is
You
if
fail
you're
some
playing
death
Nice
saves.
Gloves, you don't target down people if there are
I
still
know.
active threats. But if he hits him, he rolls. If it's a hit, then he automatically takes a death saving throw, basically.
Well,
In
this
some rules, it's a double death fail.
this creature, who is, as you've seen in the past, is just driven by hunger, doesn't care that Constance is there. He's just going straight for the bite to eat. He tries to, but Sam, Eldrin mustering the rest of his strength, manages to dodge it, but sadly, the second time, it just manages to nick him. Please. So that would be 1 death saving throw to you.
How much damage is it?
Enough to do just 1.
Well, you need to, because I could potentially shield
Oh,
him from.
13.
Oh, I'd have to roll max. No, I just reduced 10, which doesn't do anything.
I was keeping it hidden just in case it wouldn't do like 13 death saving throws, and I don't want him dead. I want him a little bit dead, not that dead. Talia, go fuck shit up.
Hell yeah. Okay, so first off, because where is Marshmallow? Oh, Marshmallow. Fuck! I just realized he ruined with Marshmallow not being there.
Just ignore me. I'm drawing a 20-foot box for no reason.
She's used her level 3s, I think.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I think. If you have, perfect time to use it.
Thing is, I don't have any healing potions, so I can't actually get Hildren up.
I have one
You
on
can
me.
spend an action to stabilize him, can't you?
You,
Don't
It's a
worry.
medicine. It's a
oh,
medicine
I
check.
was going to
but-
say, could you take the healing potion out of my position, use it to heal
Right.
me?
I can. That's the beginning of my next turn. I have a potion of healing greater.
Alright. Well, Talia, what do you got in mind? Megan, you muted, huh?
Divine?
Also, that fucking shadow creature looks a lot like Darth. Is it Nihilus, Nihilus, whatever his name is?
Oh, she
I
left.
don't know anything
And she's
about
back.
Star Trek or Super
Hi.
Trek.
Hey, welcome back.
Star Wars, but yeah, fair enough.
Everyone,
Sorry,
and I was like, never mind.
No, I know.
I hope you didn't think we were talking over you. We couldn't hear you the whole time.
I did. I was like saying, well, this is my plan, and everyone kept talking over, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
No, this is our turn to talk. No, go ahead, please. What are you up to?
Because I was gonna use Marshmallow to heal. Could I, since technically the spell is a lot longer, but since I've already summoned him before, could I cast Find Familiar, which is a level 1 spell, to bring Marshmallow back, so that I can use him to heal? Oh no, but that would use my... Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna do something risky. DM, how high is, this wall?
7 foot.
If Talia jumped, could she theoretically pat him?
Barely. Giving not whatever the dexterity one is. Acrobatics. I think that's dexterity, isn't it?
This is gonna be real risky, but I mean, this guy can
What are you up
hit me
to?
from here, and this guy can hit me from anywhere. I can heal him and get him back up for a pretty good amount. So
can also
I can
get
do
him from here.
35. Fantastic, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get there.
Aw.
And I'm going to cast a second, because I learned this, because it's technically not a wizard spell, but I learned it from Farengar, because wizard spell book. Yep. And I'm going to cast a second level Cure Wounds on Eldrin, as Talia rushed over, risking her own life, and touches him, and that's going to be 2d8 that I shall roll, plus my spell casting modifier.
Kind of sad. I just like the mental image of you just jumping up several times trying to reach him just to heal him.
So that's... it's my modifier, right? Not my spell attack. That's
It should be your
bucket
modifier.
modifier. So that's a +2, so that is 12. You're healed for 12 hit points, Eldrin.
Yes. Does that mean am I just back up with 12 now?
Yeah.
You're prone, but you're conscious.
Yeah, you have to get back
Doesn't
up.
take like half your movement to get up.
And then
Yep.
this guy, because he has like 40 movement.
Megan, you still have 10 movement. You can also move to a safe location if you choose to.
Sure, I'm gonna... Here. I mean, I'm literally, with this guy's
Yeah.
range, I'm not really safe.
You can hunker down, like, behind this 10-foot wall.
GM, am I allowed to jump over the wall to
Which wall?
this one here? Could I just drop down?
Yeah, you can hide behind that.
Cool.
Although, personally, I would advise hiding there just to make it simpler. He won't be able to see you, for sure.
Don't listen to her!
No, I
No,
don't
no.
trust.
Actually,
I
shit,
think
no, there's a
simply
dude there. Don't do
means-
that. Hide there. That's a good spot.
Oh.
And I'm gonna use a bonus action, Mask of the Wild, to hide.
Yeah, because you briefly
And then-
popped outside, he doesn't know where you are.
And because this guy can move 40 feet, he's just gonna come here and he's going to do a multi-tack, Chilling Rend again. I think Cold Rend or Chilling Rend. Let me just look at the thingy again. Multi-tack, so I'm gonna roll for 2 hits. Both of them are +5.
On who?
On the guy he's in front of.
Okay.
So that's a 19
First
plus
one
5
misses.
and a 13.
Second.
13 plus
Yep.
5.
Those are heals.
No, it was 1d20.
I'm talking to Sparks. She thought the first one was a heal.
Right, what are these at? Yeah, they both hit.
Cool, so that's double damage then. Well, I say double, that's just damage for both of the attacks. Which,
Why are you just rolling
by the
them
way, this is
normally? Why are you doing custom rolls?
because it's easier than tying, because I got all my modifiers and stuff that aren't mine. This is the creature's attacks, not mine.
Okay.
And that's 1d12 plus 3, and these are cold damage, by the way, in case it affects them in any way. Where is it? 2d8s plus 3. So that's 8 plus 3, so that's 11 damage for both hits.
Your strange ghostly apparition just kind of rolls up, passing straight through Constancia. As it, what's the spell?
Chilling Rend. So like it attacks its hand, or like, because basically its sword is technically just a part of its body.
As it just kind of attacks with its sword hand twice, dealing the 8 damage. That is your despair's go. That is Marie's turn.
Ayo.
Oh wait, apparently I add in my spell attack as well to that. I'll leave it.
Your spell attack or his modifier?
Oh no, it's my modifier to hit. That's why it's a +5, because it's showing here on the stats. That's all. That's why it's a +5 for him to attack. Cause my spell attack is +5. No, don't worry about it. It's just to attack, not to make damage.
That was not what I asked, but let's just
No, I know. Sorry, my brain was just trying to sort things out.
Can I go now?
Yeah,
sorry.
Sure,
Shut
I
up.
was just, sorry, I was just making sure I had done the amount of damage.
Marie is gonna basically just jump down the wall, not giving a shit, and just a double attack this motherfucker. Fucking
Go on.
great club
Yes.
smash. I'm gonna roll my second great club attack too.
Miss.
Okay.
7 damage.
7. And then, because I can this time, because I've got my form of the beast up, and it is the bite one,
Hit.
Num num.
Num num num.
11 damage. Alright.
I'm just sort of bad for killing a sprite, dude, but he's mean, he's evil.
He's a typical evil
and-
dude. Why are you feeling
I was
bad
just
for me?
expecting,
See?
like, Marie
Yeah.
just to like sprint at the guy and rugby tackle him off the cliff. Just rah!
Who's like, don't you magic away from me, bitch!
yeah,
Get
Marie's
over
just like,
here.
I don't give a shit about y'all magic. I'm gonna bite you.
Get over here!
I just imagine biting the mask and you just pull it off his face.
What's
like,
he
"Oh,
taste
shit, the
like?"
mask."
Yeah, what does this thing taste like?
He tastes like dirt.
Oh.
The question we must always ask when Marie bites somebody.
So
What does he taste like?
this creature gets all of its hands together with multiple cuts as it slams them together. As all of a sudden, everyone in that square is in a little gas cloud.
Okay.
Please, everyone in that gas cloud, make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck, I'm never good at these.
Oh,
Saving throw,
what is my
Constitution
con
plus
for my...
six.
You don't need to tally, you're outside of it.
No,
Yeah.
but my creature does.
Oh yeah.
Ah!
It might be
Oh, I
immune to the
can.
effect though.
Oh, I can just click this. Condition immunity's frightened.
I get it.
The shadow spawn does a 14.
Oh
Please
shit, I
give
didn't do
me
a
1
save.
second.
Oh,
Bro.
there's a button I can press to do his attack for him. Oh, that's
I did
great.
not do a save and throw. I did a thingy.
Then reroll it so you get it right.
I am an idiot who still doesn't know how
Right,
this works.
Shadow passes, Constancia passes, Eldrin passes. Marie, did you do it?
Yeah, I got a 17.
You pass as well. All of a sudden,
Does
this
this-
huge waft of poisonous gas starts affecting, and surprisingly, it starts getting into Constancia's eyes as well, seeping poison into her. You need to
Why is
all-
that surprising?
Because you don't need to breathe.
Okay.
And this specifically says, it affects people that don't need to breathe. Like, what the fuck? Everyone affected, please take. You guys all take half apart from Sam. Everyone take 12 damage. Sam?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. You would be taking 24. You're back on the floor.
Oh.
So 12 damage. Would that be half to 1 sec? I'm just
No,
gonna check
it's-
my.
So wait, how much is my demon do taken? Well, my
Yeah.
shadow do?
No.
It's generally only physical attacks that'll be halved.
Yeah. 12, so 22. And can I just say, because I got damaged by this fucker, I raise up my hand towards it and cast Hellish Rebuke.
Oh,
Go on.
So I'm going to need a Dexterity saving throw.
this could be really clutch. And I'll tell you why as soon as
Yeah.
you get the damage.
Dexterity
does it
saving
need to
throw
be?
for 13.
I don't even know why I bothered asking. Unless I did it wrong, which if I did, I've been doing it wrong the whole thing. It fails.
Yeah, it fails. So full damage.
Nice.
Minus 16.
And Sparks,
Yep, minus
Is-
16.
is the cloud it cast a concentration spell? Because if so, taking damage means it could lose concentration and the cloud could disappear instead of killing Eldrin over the next 2 turns.
It is not a concentration throw as far as I can tell.
Really? Interesting.
Really. If you are
Oh.
interested to just double check.
How long does it last for?
What's
10
what's
minutes.
the spell?
Oh fuck!
That is a nasty spell.
I'm out. I'm out.
Eldrin, saving throw, my lad.
Unfortunately, Talia can't get you because otherwise she'll go down.
Fuck.
Quick question.
I'm gonna die.
Yes, your question?
Oh,
About how hearty does this thing look right now with the fucking
it
massacre
looks-
that I've been doing on it?
Some of its arms are missing. It looks significantly shorter. It looks to be closely on its last legs.
This is just from Marie pulling her bullshit, okay?
Constancia. Oh, I forgot something. You know that.
what's that?
Don't say that. That sounds bad.
This fucking mud creature here takes 24 damage.
Of a mud creature. Okay. Oh, jeez. Alright, I'm gonna attack the mud creature first off. For, looks like the sword shatters for 11 damage.
Yep.
It's still up. It is?
Should be, yes.
Okay, just double checking.
If I didn't remove 111 health from it.
Shit. And its turn is next. Either way, it looks like Eldrin's gonna take 2 death saves. Does an 11 hit?
11 hits, yeah.
9?
How do you want to finish it?
I
only
just want to
just.
quickly slash through it. And just to double check, Jim, is this cloud in motion or is it stationary?
It is in motion.
Okay,
it
then
seems
she'll
to
call.
be floating down the hill.
She'll say, "Clear away," and I'm going to. I used my action to attack, so I can't really move Eldrin. I guess I'll just go to the cloud for now. Okay.
Talia.
First off, Sam, the thing I'm sending is the way I imagine the shield with another version of it.
Okay, that's cool. It reminds me of the ones in Mass Effect where you got like the one on the wrist as
Yeah.
well.
And there's also this item that could be helpful, but I
I'd
think
like
that's a higher
shields.
level for us.
That's cool. I like hard light shields. Are fucking great.
My little shadow duty, because he can. Because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So either way, my little guy could go around and get there. But he's, for aesthetic purposes, he's just going to float over the wall with his shadow just sort of like sticking to everything as he makes his way up. But I'll roll for my spell attack, because that's basically what he's using to attack. To attack the guy in front of him. Nope. Actually, I would like the 6 to become an 18, please.
That's your last one, I believe, today, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep, that's fine.
And can I use inspiration for the second one?
What, for your spell attack?
Yes. For the shadow guy.
If you didn't use inspiration last session, you have for free.
You still have those portents as well.
Yes, yeah, I used my last portent, which is an 18 for the first attack, and the second attack is now a 19. As Talia sort of corrects herself as she sees a flash of the future again. So do they both hit?
Do they both hit?
An 18 and a 19.
Yeah, they both hit.
Fantastic. So that's going to be 2 attacks, which I just realized is a button here that I can press to make it attacks. That's a 13 damage, and that's 14 damage.
How does it want to kill it?
Oh, yes. Death. Death. Yeah, I wanted to sort of like crawl up from where it was, up to the shadows, and like sort of pass Marie, like melding into her own shadow and passing under her, almost, and then like springing up and towering above and going, yeah. And since it's a despair form, I wanted to fill this poor little sprite dude with as much despair, like morphing into something that scares it almost, that brings it with sorrow, and then I wanted to like sort of then wrap over it and like sort of crush it.
Like a fucking
in
snake.
its shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love that.
Because it's a boss, so it's gonna be an epic kill.
Probably like boa constrictor just.
Yeah, I want it to sort of like begin to like slowly form and grow in size and tower above it, and then like a wave almost crash down and like consume and like crush it in the shadow, and then just leave, and the poor crushed body left behind.
As it starts towering above, knowing that his doom is impending, he decides to speak some final words. You will never take me or the MC alive. Not alive, what the fuck? You'll never get rid of me or the MC. He's already here. He foresaw all of this. You've wasted your time, see? As he just gets stomped on. Not stomped on, murdered.
Consumed.
Very important question. This roiling cloud of highly toxic, highly acidic vapor, is it rolling this way?
Yes.
Talia, move!
Yeah. I can't move after my thingy has his turn, unless DM allows me to move.
Combat is over, so I will let you.
Yep, Talia's just gonna run this way.
Marie lifts up Eldrin, like,
Could you
and
make
just
a strength check for me, my dear?
a strength check, and I get advantage because I'm still technically raging.
I would say instead you get no advantage because you're currently coughing and
Wait, what about
sputtering
this
from
guy?
the poison. He's already dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, nice. So
Just-
I just straight roll.
So you know, Marie, the cloud is in motion.
Yeah, but still, I'm gonna
Okay.
pick him up and just get him out whilst, just in case. So that's a check or a saving throw.
Check.
Okay.
Yep.
Remember,
You
checks are
just
things
lump
you
him over
do.
your shoulder. Or princess style, bride style, whatever you want.
No,
you're-
no, I lump him over my shoulder.
If you're ever confused of the two, remember checks are something you do, saves are something you react to.
And I drag him over here, like out of the cloud.
Oh, if you bring him
For
through here.
fuck's sake, on a face!
And I
Talia's gonna
essentially...
I was gonna healing word him. Sorry,
Oh.
cure wound him, if you
What
wish.
did I do?
Okay.
Your message.
What are you gonna do?
Oh.
No, I was gonna baby bottle him a potion, but if you're gonna...
Yeah, because I've got spell slots. I'll risk.
Yeah.
Not having much, because if we do a short rest, I can get some back. But I'm gonna use another second level, so that's 2d8 instead of 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier, so that's 2d8 plus 2, which I shall roll. 8 plus 2, 10. So that's 10 damage. You're revived, Eldrin, as Talia carefully kneels down below and touches you with her hands and glow with radiant light.
Can you move the cloud, Spark, so it's just not there in narrative?
I'm just gonna
I
wake
will in
up
one
and I'm
split
gonna,
second.
you just see me like cough up like blood and like a weird coloured liquid from the
Oh.
acid cloud. I'm just like, oh fuck.
Talia, could you move that thing back? I was going to interact with it
Oh, sure.
while that was happening.
Why can I not move this cloud? What have I done?
You just delete it.
Because he lasts
oh,
up until an hour, so he's still gonna be around for a bit.
If you can't select it, zoom in or zoom out. That'll make it easy. Yeah, there you go. So seeing that Eldrin is whisked from the fog and watching the fog move away, and there's really nothing she can do to help with that situation, she's instead gonna walk up these stairs and kind of kneel down.
Oops. I said reveal, not hide.
There you go. And kind of kneel down next to this smashed dude and look up at this shadowy creature and say, thanks for your help, Dark One.
And he sort of looks at you, sort of tilts his head.
You are welcome.
Seemingly not unnerved by this wraith next to her.
Though I do not serve you.
And he sort of
Do not-
looks towards Talia.
She does not what? Me?
I do not serve. Though I do not serve you.
I'm not trying
And
to
then
make
looks
him do
towards Talia.
Let's see. And yeah, I'm just gonna look through this thing's belongings, Sparks, while they're handling Eldrin. And that's what I was up to.
The creature comes and rolls over because he's gonna last for an hour, so he gets to hang around. He's my
Yeah.
new marshmallow.
Oh, maybe this is like Marshmallow's like, nah.
This is true form.
Oh, that'd be cool, actually.
Marshmallow to Electric Boogaloo.
But Marshmallow is a demon. But hey, maybe I don't know what Fox has planned for Marshmallow being a demon, but
I just
that's
imagine.
an interesting way to look at it. But Talia was completely unaware of any of that, so.
Yeah. Also, I did not know Cloud Kill was not concentration. Today I learned.
Yeah, I just imagine your demon, the one from Disenchantment.
Oh
Why
my
It's just
not
Lucy.
find this? Well, as Onafe searches this creature's body, she kind of just rummages around, but also she sticks her hand slightly in and finds something that seems to be like a goopy pocket. And inside, she starts just pulling out gold pieces. Quite a lot, as more and more keeps coming out. And she also pulls out what looks to be like a very strange old bottle, as well as an old figurine of a raven.
Interesting.
In terms of loot and the stats and things, I don't have them on me right this second, but I shall get it ready for next session.
I was more interested in things that maybe like something I could use to stop the MC's return or anything like that. Like quest items is what I was looting
Yeah,
for.
but there doesn't seem to be any kind of quest item.
Oh shit. Just loot to the loot list. Constantia will stand up and call down to the others. Are you alright?
Yes, I've got Eldrin back up again.
I'm gonna
Eldrin?
hold up a thumb like, yeah, I'm good. There's like, I cough up a bit more blood.
But yeah, I just realized how
Sorta.
Marshmallow is basically Lucy.
Can we take a 5-minute break because I need the toilet?
Yeah, feel free! That means I can sort out my shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect.
Is that the loot from all of the bad guys or just that one?
Yeah, all of them. Divine, where are you?
What gold? Fuck.
There you are. I've been sending you too much bullcrap about Tana. Trying
I like
to
the
find
bullcrap.
a thing I sent you. That was good loot.
Which one are you
Lucas in
looking for?
Double O or you?
That thunder bottle.
By the way, I did pin it for you. Some of the prizes that you got, the options.
They're all sorted.
Cool. I think it's just Inigo's treats, well, the stats that I was using for the treats that I have. They're just it's just
I can't
the
find
effect.
this fucking bottle.
Oh, the bottle.
Bottle.
I think I know which one you mean.
Ah, never mind. I found it.
Cool. I was busy scrolling back as well because I was like, I don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah, I need to change that up before I give that to you, but I'll keep that in mind. And the same with that. By the way, one of my plans during this was just to legitimately make the hamster Lucy. But then I thought, you know what? It's someone's, like, it's your thing. I don't want to rob you of a unique character for that, so nah.
Do it.
Well, like I said, I have given you range to explain why when Talia, because like you choose what type of familiar. Talia was attempting to summon a fae, which is why she thinks Marshmallow's a fae, but he came up as a demon. So that could be, and since it's been a demon in the past as well and other things, so you're free to play with that aspect if you like.
My Lucy impression isn't good enough either.
It doesn't have to be Lucy. It just.
Hey guys. We have money now.
Oh shit.
That's 1,013 gold each.
And what? 7 silver and then 1 whatever as the half.
7 silver, 5 copper each. Yeah. Very nice.
Music, have you stopped?
It's just very soft.
Oh, so we get one. Oh, is that 1,000 gold?
Yep.
That's a split.
Nice. And after Talia totally didn't accidentally rob you.
What are the loot for the bottle and the raven thing?
I'll get that to you guys later.
Is that 75 electrum or 75 silver?
Silver.
Silver.
7 silver, 5 copper.
It is generally a wide consensus to just ignore the shit out of electrum because it just confuses everything.
Yeah, that's what I did for a long time, and then I was like, should I include it?
No one likes electrum. Don't even worry about it.
So that's 1,000 gold, 1,013 gold.
Yeah, I just imagine Electrum's used that one backwards town
Wait,
that
is that
doesn't
one
really have anything
platinum,
else.
Sorry.
Would that be one
Huh?
platinum? I'll just add it and see if it.
1 platinum would be. That would actually be 10 platinum if you really wanted, but until I'm told otherwise, I just keep them as gold pieces.
Cool.
But yes, you see the whole map, I had it all mapped out from the start. Ideal.
Let me zoom out and actually see.
My character is just massively bleeding from the mouth, just like blood, coughing up blood everywhere.
Good job, Sparks.
Cheese
It's a nice map.
monster! Oh, I want to
Wait.
fight a cheese monster.
Wait, what?
If you went down the wrong path, then there would have been those monsters.
Oh, hang
Oh,
on.
I like
It's,
the skeleton
it's all mapped
snake.
out.
That's cool.
Oh, holy shit.
I want to. Can you send me the stats for a skeleton snake, please?
On a fade, you still have to go at 8.
I've got 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, so you still have to go at 8. So I shall.
Can you send stats for the skeleton snake, please? I would like to use
will
a
in a second.
skeleton snake.
So it's up to you guys.
Bean's still at the toilet. by the
That's
way.
okay.
No,
That's fine.
Bean just came back.
In that case, so we can. It's up to you guys. I've run out of content for this session, but we can
nice.
chill around just the under and talk to some people and stuff like that, or we can
Well,
end the session slightly early and just
pardon?
have out of character nerding out or whatever the crap you want.
Pardon?
Yes.
What do you mean we go back to the under? We haven't had, like, there's been, like, the dude said that the MC is back anyway. Everything you just did was for naught. And we just take him at his word and we leave? Like, do we not, like, what?
Yeah, is there nothing we can do?
Constancia, I was just generalizing it.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like I
no,
feel like
you
we
wouldn't
would.
go straight back or anything like that. I was just generalizing it, basically asking, do you want to end the session early and just talk about some things, or do you want to continue and see where it goes a little bit, though know that I've run out of stuff?
I would put, if you're going out of stuff, I would rather
'Cause I honestly I
then
don't mind
end-
winging it.
I would rather
Do you
I'd rather
have-
end to geek if you don't know what sort of anything you have
Do-
to do with the MC yet. I'd rather give you time to.
Yeah. Do you have a solution in mind? Because if not, then that's fine. We can put it off. But like,
The
if you had
Current thing for now with the MC is you guys would head back to the Under. There isn't anything more in this time period really that would help you.
okay, but
So
we have
what? Okay.
we have completed our objective then,
Yes.
or okay. I think then
You guys have won your victory.
I would
I-
give us.
So wait, are they okay then in the future, or are they still going to be troubling in the future because we haven't gotten rid of the MC?
You wouldn't know until you were back.
But it does sound like if we did take the time and looked around, we wouldn't find anything,
Not
and
that
then we
much.
would come to the conclusion that all right, let's return and see if is that where we are right now.
Give or take, yes.
I'm happy either way. Whatever anyone else wants to do.
But
Beanie, what?
it-
Bean,
yeah.
Sam,
Yeah,
what would
Right.
you prefer?
I don't mind. I'm just
Yeah.
sorting out my gold. Sorry.
yeah, I don't mind either.
Yeah, I'm fine with whatever, really.
I'm always up for concluding story bits. If you have,
Right.
if you had something, like I say, if you're
It-
out, like if you have no ideas,
No,
then
I
very
have
sharp.
ideas and I can wing stuff. I was just, because I know it's 30 minutes, this was a boss fight, I didn't know if you guys wanted after chat or anything like that instead. That was my main thing.
Well,
Not that
I'd
I'm
like to-
worried that I'm out of
I'd-
content, because I can spew shit out all day.
Cool. I'd like to sort of go back and just see, you know,
Yeah.
if we were able to,
Yeah.
what we were able to do,
That's
so we
fine.
can, I can sort of prepare for.
I want some sort of feedback on
That's
on what we've just done.
It's alright. It's just because we haven't gone to that part of the story yet, so.
Where the fuck
Yeah.
are we? Not there.
Alright.
We don't know. I see Marshmallow's been hidden in the corner.
I know, I couldn't be bothered to delete him again.
You just put them on the GM layer.
So if I'm actually gonna quickly spend,
An hour. Quickly spend an hour.
well, if DM allows, since I already, because technically the hour is to find and get a new familiar, but since I already have a familiar, it's just bringing him back from death. Can I take less, like half the time, to summon him back?
It would still probably take about an hour, but with Boniface searching the body and I'm guessing some other things that the party are going to do first, I'll let you just work on it as you go. So bringing him back, yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm just gonna lay down for that hour. And just...
Ironically, if it's been an hour, then my beautiful, my lovely Shadow Despair friend will disappear at the time Marshmallow reappears. Ironically.
Sam lies
Sparks.
down for an hour. He gets horribly sunburned. Yes, on the phone.
I'm going to inspect this altar and see if I can't work out what exactly was going on here.
Okay, make a investigation check.
Let's see. Investigation. Same as everything else, so why not? So is there like two musics playing right now, or what is this?
Beautiful. Yeah, it's one song. I think it's a song with ambient.
Let's see.
As you look up and down this strange altar thing, you see there's already a crack in it. But as you look further inside, you see hundreds of gasping hands scraping at it, trying to escape of those mud monsters that you saw earlier.
Oh, nice.
Oh. Anyone have some napalm? Get some napalm?
Well, I guess it's time for Fireball. Sort of after Tyler's done.
Does it look like I could, like, close the thing back, like to stop them from slipping out?
You could probably try and lift a boulder and shove it on top.
Is this,
Right.
sort of out of character, is this the place where the new ones are born? Where the new sprites are born?
So, no, the new sane sprites are actually born slightly outside the cave. at a little
Okay.
altar thing that they did point to. And then, like,
Okay.
straight after that,
That-
it went no
that-
further.
I remember. I
If you-
remember it was an altar, so I couldn't remember if.
That's a lot of altars.
If you
Yeah, I
think
can
that's
remember it
the,
was this specific altar.
if you're saying that's the only solution, then I will go down to Marie.
If you guys have more creative plans to fix a hole of
Well, I
monsters,
didn't-
feel free.
I didn't know if it was like a top that slid, like a coffin lid that like
Sorry,
could be
French.
pushed back together, or if we could mend that, or
Seems to be like a literal crack inside it in the lid.
Are these people more mud or more clay?
Mud.
Okay, if they're more clay, we can just get one of their fucking bodies,
Marie.
shove it in the crack, and let the sun dry it
Yeah.
out.
Well, you could. I suppose you could technically.
Yeah.
I can make clay.
Marie,
Yeah.
are you up for a bit of heavy lifting in the name of the Under?
Always, darling.
Right. Talia,
Yes?
do you think you could use the body of one of these creatures for some impromptu, what do you call that thing that goes between mortar?
Let me see. And I pull out my alchemist kit, so I get an advantage on whatever this check is. CM, what should I make a check for? To try and attempt to. I wish to try and attempt to turn them into like a mortar or something that would seal.
Intelligence check.
I mean, we have to say.
With your proficiency, right? Because you're proficient
Yes.
with that tool.
Yes, I'm proficient.
We're just gonna sand
Oh
and cement it.
no!
That should be
Thank goodness.
Oh, thank God.
Because I have
3
my
higher.
alchemist. I'm using my alchemist kit. So
it should be 3 higher because you're proficient with your kit.
yep. So 18 plus 3.
21.
Why did you roll with advantage?
Because the way I well actually it's in the rules as well. It says in kits it gives you an advantage.
Alright.
When you have the kit, it gives you an advantage to whatever roll you're using it with, and if you're proficient, it then gives you a proficiency bonus as well.
That's fine then. Yeah. You look this mud creature up and down, and in your head you realise, yeah, if you probably apply enough heat, give it a special dish of something from one of your
This
potion
chemical.
bottles, you could probably make it harden into a clay.
Cool. So I basically I get a bowl or sort of a jug or a bowl that I have in my kit, and scoop a bunch up and begin sort of mixing and mashing and turning it into like a sealable sort of clay paste mortar thing.
Nice. And while she's doing that, I'm going to lead Marie over to the biggest rock I think we can lift.
Oh, Aldrin, could I have some of that water that you make, please?
Yes, I'm just
Nice.
I'm just sort of sitting down, just like really nearly fucking dead. I'm just gonna use
You're
it.
just gonna crawl up. We're
I'm-
both the same,
I'm just
injured,
gonna
like
move
we're
the water
equally
from
bruised.
me. I'm just gonna move the water out of my canteen and just like float it towards you. Go, where do you want it?
Oh, in here! She's like, just holds it up.
Just chuck it in.
Standing before these rocks, I
Thanks,
just kind of
Aldrin.
turned to Marie, and I'm like, "So, how strong are you feeling today?"
I'm always feeling mighty strong, darling. Have
It's
y'all
with-
met me?
Oh, I have. So which
Oh, I
one do we want to
know.
try?
I'm saying this bitch.
All right.
Woo.
So I say I'm going to assist Marie, so I'm gonna just let her roll with advantage if you're good with that,
Yeah.
GM.
So is this just pure strength checks?
Yep.
Tight.
Must be athletics potentially, maybe.
Uh,
Nice, nice.
21.
Nice.
I would say that would get you both to about the bottom of the stairs. Roll one
Alright.
more with advantage.
17. Looks like.
That would be 17 because I accidentally pressed it thrice.
Yep, that passes. You managed to lift the rock all the way up to the top of the altar.
Right. How's that mortar coming?
Oh, I got it.
Right.
I apply the mortar to where the boulder and stuff would be slammed into.
You
Well,
know,
we're
if we
going to-
put smaller rocks, we could actually build up a more sturdier crack.
Well, probably, but we'll set this on top for now. And
Yeah.
we do set, not slam, the big rock. Just wanted to clarify that real quick.
Jim
The
was like,
rock
"Damn it."
crunches through and just fucking opens the massive hole. And good job, everybody.
Yeah, would you presume that there's just like little pebbles?
Yeah, there are
Flying
little
around?
pebbles around and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
as this is going on, by the way, it's been roughly an hour as all of a sudden Marshmallow just comes running back at you. Just waving its arms like... looking really angry.
You were so brave, Marshmallow. You were such a good boy.
Just kind of snuggles into your leg happily as it jumps up onto your head, on your hat.
Aww. And she's like just stroking it, and then as she sort of sits there, she's beginning to she's basically going to take pebbles and fill up the crack with a mix of the paste and the pebbles, sort of layering it to sort of give it a more firmer, like bricks almost.
Marie sees this and
Cobblestone.
like tries to help.
Yes,
Like, putting...
I would gladly appreciate your help to speed it up.
Oh, pebbles.
So as you start to build
Yes,
up,
it'll reinforce the structure.
Oh,
Because Tully would
Nice.
know that kind of stuff.
it gets sturdier and sturdier, and it seems to be not only really heavy on it, but sturdy as well. Like, no matter these creatures, whatever they are trying to push through, they won't be able to lift it or get through at all. It is sealed firmly
Yeah.
shut.
Tully's gonna, after she's done all the rocks she's eaten with the remaining portals, she's just gonna kind of do like a sealant thing where she just puts a layer of more else.
Well, I
Just
do
to
believe
really
that's-
reinforce that hole.
regardless of whether or not the MC is truly free, I believe the primary threat to the Under has been contained. Shall we return and see the fruits of our labor?
sure. We can see how things are going back there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really bruised after this.
I can buy a healing potion.
I can heal you
Oh,
some more once I've had a rest as well.
I've also got a healing potion on me. I've just got kind of
No, no.
caught up.
Willy the
Nobody's-
Wonka.
Nobody's bleeding out. It's nothing a good night's rest won't fix.
Yeah.
Blood.
Don't be
Tully's
a worst,
bleeding.
Eldrin.
My lungs are like bubbled on the inside. It's like, yep.
Poor Talia is just singed and bruised.
I love the
Marie
fact I
and
got
Constantia are just the tanks.
I love the fact I got slammed into the ground. I didn't even get a chance to get up. I sort of opened my eyes and a shit ton of acid bomb just went, you know, like, oh shit. I'm
Sometimes
down.
I think Sparks
It's like-
likes abusing you.
It's like Eldrin, it's like you take a breath, like, I'm back! And then as you take a breath, it's the clouds. You just take
Oh,
a
no.
giant
I was like slapped to 12
I'm back.
HP. I was like slapped to 12 HP. I was like, Jesus, that was a hard hit. Look round, an electric bolt straight through me. I'm just like fried and on the floor. And then a fog cloud just goes. And then I'm just like, oh shit.
Anyway,
So, as you guys make your motions, just kind of chattering to each other, saying, I think we're ready to go home. Best Constantia impression ever. You start fading into dust like someone has heard this. As you fade back into the into the bottle.
covered in injuries. Yeah.
As you re-arrive, everyone still seems to be here, but they look badly beaten and bruised. And
Not as bad as
Wonka
me.
is currently on the bed.
Still
You're
dead.
not sure if he's dead or alive.
I'm not turning him into a vampire.
Can Marie kind of walk over and like check on him, like check that he's okay type thing?
Do a medicine check.
I can try.
That or a
Um,
perception.
Fucking perception's better. I can do perception.
You go up to him, you just poke him with your finger.
Yeah, Marie
He-
just kind of.
Doesn't
He's there!
move.
Just one day we're gonna get knocked unconscious, Marie just pokes us. Yeah, they're dead.
Can I do a medicine check as well? Like feel for a pulse?
Yeah.
No.
You go. This time, you
Don't just
take
go
one
ahead
of your
for a
fingers and stab and put it through one of his wounds, and you pull it out. Your finger
Did-
is bloody.
Does he groan in pain when this happens?
No, he
Yes.
doesn't say anything. He's just
Yeah, I could-
silent.
I can imagine you check for a
That's
pulse and you just
definitely-
you just hear a snapping noise when you check for a pulse in his neck.
You know, you could have just asked me how your friend was doing instead of sticking your fingers in him.
Marie's currently got the finger in her mouth, sucking the blood off.
Oh no!
Gross.
You're a weird one. You know that, right?
Yep, I know that. Is he okay then? Seeing as you said to ask.
Sadly not. The creatures have seemingly gone. We managed to finish off the last ones, but it seems what I used to keep us safe has also stopped us from being changed from the time bullshit that you've caused.
That's good for Talia and bad for Wonka.
Very bad for Wonka.
I was gonna do this real quick touching thing with. Oh, sorry, Marie.
Marie's just kind of stood there like, I don't understand what y'all are saying is happening. I don't. Marie is just that meme of like, I don't get it.
Feather and feathers.
Coming
Steel
out.
is heavier than feathers. Upon our arrival back, Constantia will try to get Talia's attention.
She's just sort of talking to be like while Marie's poking in that she just wants to sort of say like, hi Sorora, I see, I made it. Aren't you proud? I didn't die.
Just all beat to shit.
Oh yeah, but if I would like to see
Singed.
Alistair and Sayora's reaction to poor Talia coming back, beaten and bruised.
Yeah,
But I'll let.
Alistair sees you first. And immediately he comes over and just starts fussing over you. Are you okay? You look like you nearly died. What happened to you?
I mean, I did almost die, but I didn't. Eldrin did, though.
Twice.
He kind of looks over to you and goes, my god, you poor thing as well. That must have been a rough something.
Constantia will
It
make room
was.
for this to happen.
Cyrora notices Talia, and she just kind of looks a bit disapproving. You look like you barely have any life left in you.
That's alright, Sayora. I made it, see?
She kind of motions up and down, goes, barely?
Well, then you can just patch me up while I tell you the story, huh? Like I used to do with
suppose so.
you.
I suppose you're gonna grow up one day. And hey, you've not...
We're the same age. We're twins.
Yeah, but I always had to watch out for you.
I know.
And I mean, I suppose you've not died yet, so you're still winning on that front.
About that.
Technically,
haven't died
don't get mad, but technically, I did die once.
Her eyes kind of widen in alarm at this, like, what? Oh, for God's sake. Oh, well, we'll
Yeah,
run all then.
I've got a scar now,
Actually, so Talia sort of, because her sort of, she's got her skirt, but she sort of like sort of unbuttons where the scar is. See, look, I have a scar.
You are not the same person I left back at home, are you?
No, I am just been through some stuff, but I'm gonna tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Talia.
Look, Alistair, like just showing off like her, like not like her stomach on the side where the scar is.
Look, I got a scar.
He kind of just goes, oh, yeah, and then just turns his attention back to Eldrin rather quickly.
Cool. No,
Constantia
that's
tries
done.
to get Talia's attention.
When she's had the sort of talk to everyone, she's like, gives a little hug to Maria, like, yay, we made it, and then she'll be like,
You were trying to get my attention, Con?
Yes. I just want you to know that I thought you did really good back there. And, because I feel you may have had some doubts of this, the ability to take a hit to the face does not mean you're any more useful or less useful than myself or Marie. And It's just that we all have something we're better at, and all something that we're not good at. So by relying on one another, I count on you to fill in my weaknesses. So I hope you'll continue to allow me to get hit in the face for you, so you don't have to.
Well, I'd prefer if no one got hit in the face.
But you do understand what I'm saying?
Understand. But I know when we first met, I was really nervous and scared, and and sometimes I still am, but I need to start fighting for myself too, you know? As
Yes.
much as I appreciate everyone around me protecting me, maybe there's going to be a battle one day where I'll have to fight for myself.
Perhaps.
By myself.
Though, I see there's no reason to charge headlong into every fight before that time. Especially when you have I and Marie to hold back the tides, while you save us with your magic.
Well, I don't charge into fights. It was just sometimes when I do things, I just wanted to. I mean, Sayora and Alistair. I mean, always my whole life, someone's always gone first for me or done everything for me. Sometimes it's just nice to try and do something myself, even if there's a risk to it.
Alright. Just don't take any... Don't feel like you need to prove something to us by taking these risks.
Don't worry. I know you guys have my back.
She'll nod. Very well. I believe your family's waiting. And then she'll go to find a corner to brood in.
Oh, shame. She's not gonna join in the loving moment. Like, nah, I'm just gonna sit in a corner and brood.
She has a lot of wounds to heal.
At least on the bed. Come on, take it. It's much more comfier on the bed.
No, she has to maintain an appearance of strength at all times. Arms around both.
So Marie, kind of out the corner of her eyes, notices the writer suddenly putting both her arms around both Falbar and Farangar, kind of just talking to them a bit more hush hush.
As I come down, can I, and I turn around, can I roll for that?
No, because this is during you're busy talking to Constancia.
Okay.
Marie shuffles over here to Gilbar and just like, do y'all know what they're talking about?
I have no idea.
Fair enough. Just thought I'd try and be sneaky. And then Marie just like walks straight over, like.
You could have just been sneaky, like, nah, I'm gonna walk with them.
Actually, no, never mind. Can I try and like do a perception check to see what they're
General
talking about?
eavesdropping, yes. Perception.
Yeah, eavesdropping. 21.
Yeah, you can make out like halfway through. It's just like dead bodies, and like the next bit, it's just murmuring from the room, and you just say, "So what do you two know about the afterlife then?" And they just kind of mumble back, well, "Not much. Why?" And it kind of mumbles off again into the sound of the room.
It's part of why I separated myself from the crowd, is because if I do have to go and you guys want to keep role playing, that's fine.
Cool.
But that's all you can really gather from that, Marie.
Okay. Marie's gonna slowly shuffle her way round, just like, howdy y'all, everything doing okay with you lot?
The writer kind of jumps, goes, "Oh, hey there. Yeah, what's the fucking Irish accent? There we go. Oh, hey there. Yeah, things are fine. I'm just trying to pick these two young find minds of intelligence. That sounds kind of
Right.
creepy. I'm sorry."
Yeah,
Is that the writer saying that?
It's a really
Yeah.
bad Irish accent. There we go. Get back into it. Yeah, it was the writer saying that.
Okay.
You guys will get a long rest at the end of this, though.
okay.
Or during this.
I've just kind of wondered what y'all were talking about. Y'all kind of off to the side by yourselves, away from everyone else.
Falbar and Falbar just starts to go to speak as the writer just puts a finger on his lips and just glares at Farengar. Nothing for you to worry about right now. If things go anywhere, I'll let you know. False hope and stuff otherwise.
Hmm. Well, that ain't ominous at all. That ain't creepy or anything.
Not as creepy as sticking your finger in the poor corpse of a man.
Look, I didn't mean to stick my finger in. I was looking for a pulse.
You stuck your...
And I didn't...
That was his
and I didn't-
abdomen. How bad are you at medicine?
Do I look like the kind of person that uses their brain much?
You've got a point.
Yeah.
You seem to lack most of them. When it comes to
Yeah.
medicine.
No, when it comes to most things, I lack brains.
Except for history checks, apparently.
Yeah. Rory knows like 5 things at most at any given time. But yeah.
Yeah.
I then wander over to this lot over here.
Alright.
Just kind of giving a curt nod to.
I don't
Those-
know
those-
if my thingy came up because it said it was unrecognized. So.
Check the preface. You may have a dot or something, but you can use that to type. Just without the dot.
What does that do?
Make-
No, it was just. There you go.
Constantia will occasionally glance over towards Sayara, seemingly in thought.
She seems pretty much focused on her sister who is near death.
Yeah. I'm not calling her over. I'm just in thought.
But he was like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to tell you about all the weird things I've seen, Sayora."
Sarah's just kind of fussing over you right now, trying to make sure you're okay.
Talia's doing the playful like, "Oh, don't do that," but is actually letting her do it because she wants her to.
This sprite has just decided to steal the quill off the fucking thing and started running around with it like an idiot.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Marie's letting that happen.
Yeah, we're used to sprites. If he wants to take it, just let him have it.
Alright. 5-minute warning if anyone has anything to say or ask of Constancia.
No, I think for now, I'm just mostly going to be at Eldrin and Ali and
I
Sayora
think
here.
we
Just...
should just naturally end the session there until next time
Oh,
because it's unless there's
okay.
anything people want to do that is quick.
Yeah, Marie was just gonna have a quick conversation with like Eldrin and Talia.
Yeah, it's all good.
So y'all were saying about trying to help me with the M word stuff.
Magic, yes.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if that offer was still up.
Yeah. Especially with Alistair here, both of us study at an academy. We could easily help you.
Just kind of
Plus,
nods
it might-
along.
Plus, it might help to get someone a bit more like me, helping me out with the magic, even if he didn't get off to the best start with me.
At this, he kind of face turns into a frown, and he does like a bow and goes, I am really sorry for that.
I'm joking. Don't worry, darling. I get over it quick. Had much worse for much worse.
Yeah, I think he was just shocked. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sad to hear that you have had a lot worse. Such a pretty thing as yourself shouldn't have to go through that.
Marie kind of blushes but brushes off the comment, just like, anyway, I've just wondered because there's some stuff that's been. I've not been able to do that thing with the fire for too long since I've known y'all, and there's more that's coming out, and I'm confused by it all, so.
well, I'm sure Eldrin can help as well, but I do know with Alistair's tiefling heritage, there is some magic that comes innately. You may be
Yeah.
experiencing some of that.
I know some of my family have been through that kind of thing, but I never really indulged myself even in the simple shit like the thing with the light and the candles. It's not really my forte.
High elves have a similar attunement for magic, as it flows more strongly in veins. Eldrin here is an Eldrin, and he too has an actual magic.
Yes, but with other magic, I'm new to that as well, so I will be learning it alongside you if that helps.
Yeah.
Constantia?
Yay!
So, Constantia, who seems like she's decided on something, walks over, and as soon as she sees the opening, she will say, "Talia, I've given it some thought.
Yes.
If you truly wish to be more self-sufficient, then very well. I'm going to start drilling you. See if we can't find ways to help you. Let me finish. See if we can't help you find some ways to be a little more protective of yourself. We start drilling every day, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. We will break for lunch, and we will not take breaks until we have you perfectly self-sufficient."
Like she's really nervous about this.
She just kind of nods. Very well. We start in the morning. Make sure you're rested.
No.
Alistair's just gonna pat you on the back, just giving you a big grin. There you go.
No, that's real sweet of you, but I have a lot of projects. I don't often get time to just relax. I have a lot of projects and research I must do.
Well, you'll have to make time. Your life is more important in this instance.
I can guarantee you, in my eyes, my research is far more important than my life.
And I think that's the problem.
Marie just kind of nods and, trying not to snicker, says, "Wow, 3 hours of drilling each day.
Bright and early.
Sounds entertaining."
And that...
Talia kind of looks at Sayora like, "Help! You can help me now! You can save me now!"
I'm gonna do like a slight laugh as I just like cough a bit more blood.
and that...
Someone save me! I'm scared!
And that, everyone, is where we shall end this session.
All right, so Constantia will be insistent, and if Talia